What's up, good brother?
What's up, brother? Is it too dark like this?
It's a little dark. You got anything that can lighten it up? You know what I'm saying? Be great. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Appreciate y'all pulling up. What's going on, Chris? Hybo, what's going on? Stephen O'Con, my boy. Ricky, Eddie B, Aaron Ward, what's going on? Victoria, CJ, Lil Flash, Nikki P, Hippie Goes, Gregory, Leah, Jason T, David, Glenn Blackwell, Reggie, BK, Sonny Obia. I don't know if I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. Whitney. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Just getting started. Yeah, that's way better right there, T.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I like them glasses, brother.
Huh?
I forgot how fresh you get. I like them glasses, brother.
Oh, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. Trying to be like you. Hey, Terrence be sharp, man. Terrence, don't let him fool y'all, man. He dressed right now like he a D-boy, but Terrence be super fresh. Super fresh.
I'm in my quarantine mode still.
I feel you. Hey, we all are to a certain degree, bro.
Sweats and hoodie.
We all are. What's up, everybody? Slide on in. I almost forgot to post a damn flyer. I've been moving so much, man. Tripping, dog.
It was a crazy day today.
Man, facts. Do say they ain't let him join either. I don't know what's going on. Let me try to resend the join out real quick. Because it's saying that everybody's saying they ain't letting them join.
One thing I noticed about Zoom is if you get out of the meeting, you have to you have to go to a new link.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me try to resend it to everybody. So everybody will have it. Let's send it again. Who we got? Okay, boom. Who else we got? We got one more person. Right. Charlie. We're gonna see if that works now. Or we might have somebody pop in on us. You never know. You never know. Somebody said they worried. Y'all worry about it. I know I'm gonna be here unless I say otherwise.
Just the light.
Yeah.
Make it more sure.
Trust and believe.
There you go, right there.
Let me see. What's been good with you though? See, you good?
Man, just good. Just staying busy, man. Trying to work a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I get that.
What's new with you?
Man, same game plan. We're just moving.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Same game plan, bro. Just trying to get them.
Get
them on board with the content, jokes, all of that type of stuff. So when the world does open back up, you know what I'm saying, we straight. I ain't missed a step. So same old thing. Let me shoot this link out one more time and then we'll be good to go. We're gonna go ahead and get started.
Hey Google, put volume on 2.
Okay, then. Start on it real quick, though. Start on it real quick, T.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? You know?
All right. So we got a couple more people pulling up, man. We're going to go ahead and get started, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building already, man. Y'all already know what to do. Come in and have a good seat. We're about to have a good time. We got some new faces on here. We got some regulars pulling up in a little bit, but y'all know how I like to do, man. I like to introduce my friends on here. And shout out to the people that support me. So, you know, just introduce you guys to super dope people. That's what the show is all about, Zooming with the homies. Y'all might not always know my homies, but they're going to eventually become y'all homies too. So this is the only way, you know, strangers become friends. So that's what we're about to do. We're about to kick off the show. Welcome to another episode of Zooming with the homies. You already know what's popping off, man. The rawest and unfiltered show on the internet, man. We have some crazy times, and yeah, hit that like button as we get this thing going. I'm gonna kick off these introductions like this. Ladies and gentlemen, first guy I want to introduce you guys to is my dog, one of my comedy comrades. He's in the trenches with me, right when the world so well, man. We were both picking up steam at the same time, man, and then everything closed and shit. He's back and forth between here and Atlanta doing this damn thing. He had a partnership with a couple of different companies, you know, putting out content. And he's also one of the flyest dressers I know. Be trying to give me a run for my money, you know what I'm saying, with the frames and the dressing and all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome back, or for the first time to the stage, my dog, my player partner, comedian, writer, content creator, Terrence DELANE. Bye, 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 bye. Make some noise.
Hey, it's funny because at first I didn't know if you. I was like, "Is he talking about me? Is me?" I think that. I didn't know. Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's
good with you, dog? How you been doing everything? I mean, during everything, how you been, bro?
It's definitely taking some. It's taking some adjustment, but you know, rolling with the punches, man. This is kind of like, you know, my life. I just kind of felt that first. I was like, dang, I finally found my thing. You know what I mean? And
right,
it's going good, but. You know, everything happens for a reason. It allowed me to, you know, take some still time and get my family strong. And so a lot less distractions when the world does open up. All I have to do is just focus on just comedy. You know what I mean? Got a lot of new material. My family's growing. It's dope. It's a dope. Oh,
wait a second. Don't try to slide that in there, my boy. You said your family's growing?
Nah, man. We ain't.
My nigga been shooting up that club.
Hey, like, congratulations, nigga.
Hey, I went by a couple times with the mask on, shouted it. Hey, man, that's what happens when you go in quarantine listening to Mods. You just ride by the club.
I know if you've been listening to my playlist, shout out to everybody that already know about the Quarantine and Chill playlist. If you've been listening to the playlist, hey, you already know what's going on. That's a dangerous thing right there, my boy. I get it. That quarantine and that playlist, yeesh.
Yeah. You ain't even gotta get up. Don't get up. You ain't gotta get up. Just lay there. Just want me to get juice. Them type of time. So yeah, it's been cool, man.
Yes, sir. Well, that's awesome, man. Glad to have you on here, man. We're gonna keep this thing moving. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, want y'all make some noise, make a lot of noise. This is my player partner. I got a chance to do his podcast. He has his own little segment aside from the podcast. His podcast is called Geek Set. You can check that out on all the platforms. You join the Patreon as well. But he has his own little segment called One-on-One with Deuces. I did it. I think Tony Baker did it. Kev did it. A couple of us done it, man. And we always like to show love to people that are making their own way. So I want to give a big shout out to him right now. Y'all welcome to the stage, content creator, rapper, producer, entertainer extraordinaire, podcast host. Put your hands together for YoungDeuces. What's up, my boy?
Man, look, I am. You don't know how geeked I am to be here, bro. Like, this is something like I keep on saying it, and I'm gonna keep on speaking in existence. This is like the equivalent to late night television, bro. And so it's like, you know, so it's like, you know, it's one of those things. Like I feel like I'm a fan that got pulled up to the stage to kick it with the homies, and like I'm so geeked about it because ever since I got interviewed you and got introduced to the Moore Mob, like shit has been lit. Man. I love the Moore Mob, and I'm part of the Moore Mob. And
I appreciate it, bro.
Man, like I'm so geeked. Now I do got to correct you, man. I've been reaching out to Tony. Tony has not responded yet. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
Tony, listen, man. Tony, it take a while to Tony do anything.
First of all, 300 unread messages.
Yo, man. Yo, his text messages alone got over 500. So trust and believe, man.
I'll take it personal. I don't take it personal at all.
You can't, bro. You can't. You listen. Trust me, bro. It's business. It's gonna happen when it's right when it's supposed to happen. So trust and believe it's gonna happen, bro. I've been reaching out to somebody for weeks now.
Man,
and they've been busy, and I ain't taking personal at all, man. I just stay resilient on it, and it might happen this week or next week. So y'all gonna love that. Just keep watching and keep rocking with me. I promise you, it's gonna be a good time. But we appreciate you being here, deuces, man. We're gonna make this thing happen.
let me tell you how dope. Wait, before you go to the next one, I just want to tell you how dope your MooreMods is, because I need you to understand like how they changed a lot for Geek Set. When I interviewed you, the next person that I interviewed was CP, and I was like, all right, I want to get the MooreMods on board, but I don't want to seem like a leech. So I was like, I didn't want to just like jump in, promote, and bounce. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna be part of the MooreMods. And then I hit up one of your mods, and I was like, look, I really want to promote to y'all, but I want to do it the right way. I want to follow the rules. So she was like, just go ahead and put it in. So I put it in, and then like that first live chat, immediately somebody was like, yo, so what's the Geek Set emoji? And I'm like, fam, we ain't got one. Immediately they was like, all right, we're gonna throw the Eagles. So if you look at the chat and you see all them Eagles, that's your mob giving me my thing, bro. And I was just like, it's just so fucking dope. And now everywhere I'm at, like I'm seeing Eagles on like shit, and I'm just like, man, this is so dope. So man, bro, again,
they do it for everybody. Tacarra got the headboard gang. They throwing the headboard in the chat right now. CP got the CP. They put the eyes up.
They gave my juice the walk.
They throw the yams up for Ty Davis, man. So they are really dope, really unique with it, man. They are really my sounding board, man. When I got t-shirts and stuff, I put it in the Discord and I put it in the MooreMods Patreon. And like, yo, which one y'all feeling? Whichever one they like the most is what I'm gonna go with. Hell, the MooreMods. Like they picked the name. So I let them, man, because they support me so much. I let them get a lot of leeway on what we're gonna do next. So we just gonna keep it moving just like this, ladies and gentlemen. Another first time in here, man, comedian extraordinaire from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That boo, you know what I'm talking about? Moved up out east to New York, you know what I'm saying? Got his chops up on that stomping ground. Then moved out to LA and been rocking out here, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch him on a ton of stuff, and you used to be able to catch him on a ton of stages when the world was open. But right now, he's still out here doing his thing, doing shows and creating content and just being funny as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together right now for Charliewilson. That's a grown ass name.
Man, it's grown. It's a good thing and a bad thing, man.
Old nigga name.
Nigga, when I first started doing shows, the promoter would book me and I'd do shows. I did a show in Austin, Texas. I'll never forget. And he was like, hey man, I don't know how to tell you this, but they think Charlie Wilson really coming to town. I was like, that Charlie Wilson? I was like, shit, so I'm gonna disappoint niggas as soon as I come out? It was like, so I had fun
immediately.
Charlie name come with all right nows. Like, all right now. Like he
a lot of man, watch out, man, look out. A lot of those too.
A lot of those.
Charlie, are you good? Are you good with your hands, or like mechanic or handiwork, anything like that?
None of that, nigga, none of that at all. I got
calluses you want to see.
I got the old nigga name and the old nigga dance move. That's all my daddy and them gave me, man. My dad, he was actually a welder, so he worked like a welding supervisor. He worked on trains, railroads, all of that. My grandfather was.
You ain't pick none of that up?
Huh?
So you ain't pick none of that up?
I didn't pick none of that up. So I got into sales. So I'm working on the inside. I'm looking like the house nigga in my family. All my dad and granddad, they work on cars, they work with their hands. You know, they got them old nigga hands with the big knuckles and the ashy little shit there.
Yeah. Yeah,
my shit's all nice and soft. I got shea butter and body butter all on my shit. I'm like, nah.
Did you smell your own hair, Charlie?
The body butter, nigga. Shout out to Tish. Nigga.
Yes, shout out to Tish for the man.
Tish the plug. Shout out to Tish. She's actually gonna be on the show. I need to get her on the show. Maybe I'll get her on tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow next week we'll get Tish on her.
Hey man, real quick, I also want to let you know, man, I'm a big fan as well, man. We crossed paths a couple times, you know, out here on the scene and all of that. But man, definitely a lot of respect for what you do. I'm glad to be here. Just to ride on my man Deuces back, man. I too feel like a fan, and you know, and Usher was like, "You come here." And
hey, I was playing GTA. I was playing GTA.
Right.
I'm like, What? He hit me. He was like, "You free tomorrow?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm free
That's
tomorrow."
how to hear
Hey,
him.
bro.
You be in the middle of trying to figure out your life and what you gonna do for the week, and he come through like a prayer answer. Like, what you doing tomorrow? You know what? I don't even think. I think we be answering back so quick. He already made the flyer. Like Tahir made the flyer before he even asked us. He just knew we ain't had shit to do. Like,
we got shit. It's bad. It's
I
bad.
low-key do have it queued up because when y'all say yes, I don't want y'all to have to wait all day for the flyer. So I try to get it to everybody the same night. If I'm not able to book the show in advance, because I want y'all to be able to have it in the morning to post it in the morning so your fans can have as much time as
smoking
possible.
cigars like I wish a nigga would tell me nobody about me. I'm supposed to fly.
On some
Never,
Godfather
never.
shit.
People be busy, man. Tacarra still be on the road. She be down in Florida doing shows.
it was so scary in Florida. Ooh,
Was it?
scary. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Let me get your introduction going, and then I want you to tell us the story, ladies and gentlemen. One of the first ladies of Zooming with the Homies, one of the originators, one of the original guests. She's family in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Head boy gang regulator. And a similar, she's a cool ass black woman. She has a podcast called Life After the Divorce. She was also on a tour called Life After Divorce, ladies and gentlemen. One of the coolest motherfuckers I know from New York, born and bred. All right, thick as they come and real as they are. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the stand up and adjust her pants queen, content creator, podcast creator. Host, comedian, writer, all of that, Tacarra. William,
Soon to be producer.
And she makes some cold ass ribs. I said to throw that in there too.
Oh,
I'm gonna make them tomorrow, Charlie. If you ain't doing nothing, I'm gonna
Word.
put them on the grill.
I don't know how to barbecue, cuz on mama she don't.
Get some of them beans and rice to go with it, man. You ain't seen
Her
that.
ribs ain't shit.
Tahir don't know. Tahir don't know. He don't know, Charlie.
She say she know how to make oxtails, but I ain't never heard nobody in the streets popping about Tacarra.
First of all, oxtails cost $5 a piece. Okay, every piece of the oxtail is $5. So I only make that once a year. That's $40 just to make.
I'll put up the money. Just
so you buy the oxtails and I'll make them.
I bet
that oxtail 5 ways and shit.
I need that. I need that. We got one more person coming in, but when they get here, I'll give them the introduction as well. But ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode of Zoom with the Homies, man. All I ask is that you take care of my guests. Bless them with a little something. They take a time out of their schedule. They kick it with us for 2 hours, man. So, just make sure they feel welcome. Bless them with a little something. All the information is in there. I added Charlie's Cash App to the description as well. So you can hit him up as well on the Cash App, man. But bless my guests a little bit if you can. So at this time, I'm going to ask all my guests to change your name to your Cash App so people can bless you with a little something. And we're going to kick this night off right. And then Tacarra going to tell us why it was scary in Florida.
Well, because first of all, you know how for the past couple months, almost the whole year.
Tacarra, wipe your camera off and not with your finger. Wipe it off with something else. You got to kind of got the blurs on.
Index on that.
A little bit better. All right, yeah, that's better.
There you go.
So I'm in Florida, Miami doing an improv. And for the past almost year, we've been wearing masks everywhere. We don't walk out of our house with masks. We got masks hanging from our ears. They on our keychains. We masked out. You go to Miami, ain't nobody got a mask on.
Really?
I'm walking into the place with my mask on. She's like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm like, but I don't want to sit outside. I want to sit on the inside. It's okay. So I do the show on a Saturday night and it's Sunday's brunch. So they told me you should come to the brunch. It's popping the brunch. I'm like, cool. Show up to the brunch, right? I go through the improv, walk, because the line is down the block and around the corner. It's 1,500 people in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I walked through the comedy club to go into the spot. It's called Blue Copper or Copper Blue. When I tell you it was packed to the brim, nobody got a mask on. They pouring mimosas in each other's mouths. Bitches throwing up in the corner over there. Dudes fighting over there. They sharing each other's food. Dance floor packed. DJ playing the best tunes. Everybody smushed on each other, dancing, sweating, having a good time. And I'm in the corner like, I gotta be old to want to get the fuck up out of here. Like, I gotta be Charlie Wilson. His name.
Williams.
Yes,
That we was Deborah.
Here, nobody had a mask on. Everybody, it was like life was just back to normal.
Like 2019 in there, huh? My hands sweaty just hearing you.
I don't know.
That's-
Just listen. It sounds exciting. Just listening to it.
Just sweat glistening. They dancing. You know,
I ain't seen nobody glisten and dance in so long.
I know.
Please tell me more.
listen, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't leave. What I did was the manager walked in and said I was a performer at the Improv. So they sat me all the way in the corner behind the DJ at a table by myself. Nobody was around me, and I just sat there and watched. For an hour. I was like, oh, he got it. I know he got it. Look at him. Oh my God. Oh, he coughing. Oh shit, he giving it to her. Oh, they kissing.
Hey, they what?
Like I was like, he was just kissing her by the bathroom, but now he kissing her on the dance floor. Like I was just.
He just spreading viruses. He just out here spreading viruses.
Hey man, low key, Atlanta like that too. I had they kicked their hard body in Atlanta like it ain't nothing wrong. And here's the thing, like I remember when everybody was linking up and they shooting videos together out here. They doing sketches and stuff like that. And I think at the time I was working and I couldn't make a lot of the times that people was doing it. But then when I wasn't working, it was like just trying to get everybody together was a headache. That's why I started doing like James and Jamal, the video. And then that's why I started doing the side-by-side video reviews because it was just easier to work with myself or play all the characters. Mm-hmm. And I see everybody down in Atlanta and they working together and they shoot sketches. I'm like, it looks so good. I can go out there for a couple of days and I'll be like, but Corona, it's like air herpes. You don't want to risk air herpes. Well, not for 30,000 views. I'm not risking air herpes for 30,000 views. Right. I can't even see it happening. So I'm just gonna sit my ass still, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all this. My homeboy, shout out to my boy Xavier. He lived up in Oakland. Got a chance to meet him through our old tour manager, Chayla. Long story short, super cool dude. We always kept in contact. He came to LA, I want to say at the top of the year, met some of his business partners or whatever. He hit me up today and he was like, yeah, man, I just moved to London. I say, nigga, what? He was like, yeah, me and my wife were supposed to go to a wedding in Sweden. And 2 weeks before they canceled the wedding, but we had already bought the tickets. And so we just went to London. We had a good time, stayed here for like 2 days. I mean, two weeks, extended the trip to another 2 weeks. And right before they were about to leave, one of their friends hit them up, was like, yo, I'm looking for a place in Oakland. And his wife was like, why don't we just let them have our place and we just stay here? She said it jokingly, but he was like, okay. So they went back to Oakland, sublet their flat and moved to London. And they just in London chilling. And he thinking about moving to Argentina because you only need to be in Argentina 2 years before you can get your citizenship. It just has dual citizenship in Argentina and in the States. I was like, nigga, that sounds so lit.
Who doing that? That's crazy.
I know, like I don't know anybody, and they black. I don't want y'all to be like, oh, to hear white friends. Like, no, they're black. You know, with a name like Xavier, he's black, okay? And I was just like, I would love to do it, but I don't know if I could just up and leave the States like that.
Hey, right now would be the best time to do it if you were gonna do it right now.
Right, that's facts.
Don't give me no idea.
Yeah, because he was saying that like only a few countries are taking Americans. Like the UK.
Yeah, we banned a lot of countries.
Taking Americans.
Yeah, a lot of countries not taking us.
Like we hostages or something. Only a few people taking Americans right now.
Then it's cooked.
I don't know. They say my internet acting up. They say my Spectrum tripping. I'm on AT&T. AT&T been tripping the whole time since I've had them.
I don't like AT&T. That's why.
Spectrum too.
What's up? I see we got CP on here.
I know.
He came in this bitch looking like O-Dog.
I know, bro. With the fancy background, you been out here.
You do, man. They can chop the can on us and shit, nigga. What the fresh twist?
Shit, man. Hey, look, man. I had this little background since the quarantine started. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? What up, everybody?
What up,
my nigga Charlie Wilson. Oh wait.
What's up, bro? Hey, this nigga got the vibes. I'm over here in the vanity closet, nigga. I ain't got no vibes over here, nigga.
This nigga.
Hey, listen, y'all. I want to tell y'all this story real quick.
Okay. All right, we got Tacarra, we got TDelane.
I gotta tell y'all the story, but I'm gonna do your introduction after this story. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so y'all know I did this private event for this college. They wanted to do this crazy big show, it didn't work out, so they ended up wanting to do something with Zooming with the Homies. So it was a Zooming with the Homies comedy show. So it was me, Chinadu, Ty Davis, and CP, right? They told us, hey, don't censor yourself, talk about whatever you want. All we want is just no gender bashing. That's it, right? Just everything else is go. I was like, cool. So I give, you know, the homies all the information and all of that. Tell everybody when they're going up. It was actually a great time. It was probably the most fun I've had doing a Zoom comedy show. I've only done like 3, but the most fun I had doing a Zoom comedy show. CP goes on. He goes up last, right? CP is supposed to do 25 minutes. CP does 20 minutes of pussy jokes out the gate. Now keep in mind, this isn't just like a regular college show. This is for the CBC. This is for the Carolina Black Caucus. You got people 45, 55, 65. The chancellor of the CBC is in there. Dying laughing at this nigga. This nigga did a joke about how God created pussy and he tasted it. He's like, oh, that's it. Nigga, they went crazy. They went crazy. Now, let me also apologize because I didn't know because I gave it to my Patreons first and then I gave it to my Discord and then I posted it on the regular show on Thursday because the show was on Friday. I didn't know that they had a 300 person limit. I thought they had the 800 person one. So I apologize for the people that didn't get to see it. We don't have the link of it because we didn't record it. It was literally for them. So I apologize for that. But ladies and gentlemen, just got his way to the stage. Just got the fresh twist. If you go to his stories, you saw his hair out before the twist. One of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life, dog. Hands down, this brother is mad talented, creator, writer, producer, puppeteer, and just a dope ass homie all in general. He's from the Midwest Motor City. You know what I'm talking about? Put your hands together for CP.
Yeah. What up? 100. Hey, man, always a treat when the real niggas meet. Nah, I'm going to tell you this. Tahir, what I did on that show, if you remember, I did a recap of everybody's set. When I got the Ty set, she started the pussy talk. And then I expounded upon it. And then we just started having fun. And then it just started being really, really fun.
Yo, I want to pull Ty in here so bad because she did this joke that was so funny. I don't want to do it an injustice, but I also want to have her on the show later on in the week. Maybe like tomorrow, Ty, if you're in here, I want to get you tomorrow. But CP, that was dope too. This nigga literally, it was like he's writing notes on everybody's set, and then he's like, when I go up, I'm talking about all of this shit. This nigga took the best notes. That's how I know he was smart in class. He was an asshole in class, but he was smart because that motherfucker literally took notes on all of our sets. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, bro. I was just, I want y'all to know I was paying attention, and I'm a fan first of my friends. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm watching y'all sets, and I remember Chinda Dude. It was talking about being African, and I said that, man, that reminded me of riding in cabs. I ain't rode in a cab in a long time, but that's where I have most of my African encounters in America, is in cabs. I asked this cab, I went to New York. I was like, hey, take me somewhere good to get something to eat. This nigga took me to his crib. Like, man, the fuck are we in this goddamn Burroughs? Hold on, wait downstairs, nigga. Anyway,
was the food good,
fun, man?
Was the food good though?
Oh, the food was fire, but it was on a real plate, so we couldn't go. I had to get a nigga their plate and a glass back. They had a glass with the the little cross pattern in the glass. That's the best Kool-Aid. 2 ice cubes in one of them glasses.
Oh shit. Terrence, you been able to write during all of this? How you been able to write? How you getting the mindset to write?
Just been living life. What I've been doing too, what I noticed my new way of writing is I do it on an Insta story. So like I'll think of something and instead of pulling out the pad, I just say it like a joke on my Insta story. And just it'll be a bit like that, man. I've been a lot of relationship bits, it sent my relationship through a loop. We was kind of on the rocks before the quarantine. And once you kind of forced to be with somebody, it's like we got a whole new love for each other. I'm in love again. You feel me? So it's dope. So it's dope, man.
She right behind the nigga. She in the other room, like, yeah, nigga, you better. That's right. Whole new love, nigga. That's what. Yep.
Definitely. Be in the other room like this.
Right. Okay. Yeah, girl.
You can't afford to live on your own. No.
You watching the show and talking to Charlie. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah. That's
so anyway, right.
Yeah. You got it together.
Right.
So one thing I do like about AT&T is like you can make yourself a priority on the Wi-Fi. So I'm checking right now to make sure that I'm a priority on that because I do I keep seeing everybody saying that the Wi-Fi is acting up. So just keep letting me know if it's acting up, and I'll try to keep tinkering with it, and we'll get it going though.
For like half a second, you be thinking that you having a stroke. You be like, oh okay.
Hey, you know what? CP's his hive is another hive that mobilized once I interviewed him, because I interviewed him on my podcast, and I think right now out of like you, him, and Kev, CP got the most views, and his CPeeps came through, and that, like on that live one, that was dope right there. So like again,
is that what they call, bro?
Yeah,
they call
CPeeps, man.
Oh, I like
it. So,
I like y'all got y'all little twist, the CPeeps.
Yeah, it's like the eyes. Then it's also they're my peeps, and so you know what I'm saying. You know, they be peeping shit, reporting back to me. Like,
they don't give me the old black emoji with the bald head right here.
They be like, so-and-so talking shit. I be like, cool, thank you for peeping that. They be like, see peeps. Be like, hell yeah. They be doing shit.
That's dope. How long did it take you to, like, how did it form?
Bro.
You know what's crazy, bro? I don't even know, man. Like, this is...
It happened here.
It happened here,
It
happened on this show.
I came on this bitch. I'm at the crib. So I smoke, I be eating this shit. I'm just myself on this bitch. Yeah. And they just... I don't know, man. They fuck with me. You know,
I got the best supporters in the fucking world. I would take the people watching this show and subscribe to MooreMods and part of the Scary Squad. I take them and our numbers over 1 million fans any day. Because fans ain't gonna like fans. They there for the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's fan fair. Why you popping? You popping. But like supporters, man, when I was down for a week, them motherfuckers flooded my inbox so hard. It's like, you bet not come back. You better take them back. You better enjoy yourself. Even when I did the week in Palm Springs, I didn't do Zoom with the homies, but I did a DEUCES show when I was in Palm Springs. And motherfucker was like, you supposed to be on vacation. You supposed to be chilling. You supposed to be with the family. Like, they be on my ass. Like, it ain't just like giving me entertainment. They be like, take care of yourself, nigga, because we want you here. And like to have that type of support from people that want to see you win and are invested in your success, man, I would trade this shit for the world, bro.
That's love, man. I can't wait to get that kind of fan base. Nigga,
man, shout out to the CP.
Doing my shit. But they don't
He bought my dog a shirt for his birthday, a Lakers shirt that he wore when LeBron won the finals. It was sweet as hell. Shout out to my nigga TDelane, dog, Ali. Shout out to Ali, man. I keep up with niggas' dogs, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm a fan of the dog, my nigga.
Hey, he right here too, man. He just got a sweater for the winter time. You feel me?
For real? Yeah, dog. That's what's up, bro. I love dogs. But yeah, dudes, that interview, man, like, you know, that was a dope ass interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a nigga interviewed me and then I see him interviewing other people, I'd be like, man, that nigga fake. You supposed to interview me and then end your show and be like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to shut that shit down. Cut the seat for everybody.
Man, look, I just keep on going. I keep on telling everybody. I'm like, at this point, I'm just out here shooting. Like I just interviewed Rome from Dormtainment, and I was telling him, I was like, the amount of no's that I got is way more than the amount of yeses that I have. But I was like, I don't take it personal, because I'm like, I feel like I'm Kobe out here. I'm gonna just keep on shooting, because you never know who's gonna say they got time. And every time that I get the chance to interview somebody, I take that opportunity to make sure that it's going to be a dope ass interview. I do my research. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's going to be a good conversation. It ain't going to be nothing stupid like, so, what type of comedy do you do? Like, it's like, nah, we going to get into some real shit. We're going to talk, we're going to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just going to be a different type of interview, not that like the bullshit that people normally get.
You got to get Tacarra on that.
Yeah, no, I definitely I need more women on there, because like I think right now the only people that I had is Cynthia Luciette, Rachel True, and then this gamer by the name of Pikachu Lita. So like, yeah, I would love to get everybody on here on my podcast to, you know what I'm saying, to chop it up and everything like that, because it's one of those things like I become a fan of people and I just want to talk to them, you know what I'm saying, and just really put out some dope ass content. So like, I mean, I'll be more than happy to have Tacarra on here.
Yeah, I'm down.
Tacarra gonna stand up 36 times and do.
Hey, we need that for the thumbnail. Need that for the thumbnail.
When was the last time I stood up?
It was like, I know which one. I know which one, because I was in the comment and I was the one that said, hey, 1846, you're welcome. I put that comment so niggas can click it and go straight to it.
Hey, you a timestamp. You got a
timestamped it. I timestamped it.
Oh.
I timestamped that motherfucker.
Look at the car.
Like, damn.
I'm looking at something else. I know Tahir be telling us to stay out the comments, but I'll be in these comments. Just
love the comments. Shout out to the comments.
Hey, this is my first time here, so I'm in the comments.
Shout out to Hippie Gold,
Right.
making sure the comments is
I'm looking for my eagle emojis. I'm looking for the eagle emojis.
They pulled it up. They put it
Hey.
up earlier. I saw.
Hippie Goes. Mosey with my he's with my pops in Michigan. So that was a rare bulldog. He was a gift from my parents back home. You know, in Detroit, they can't get access to a lot of the shit we get access to out in LA. So a super exotic bulldog, tricolor, a lilac, crazy nigga. The face looked like 50 Cent, but I flew him home to Michigan with my people.
I thought they were talking about Tacarra's Mosey because he was
Oh.
Mosey on back
Mosey.
the camera.
Somebody
they had
asked about
started
my
calling
other
him
dog.
Mosey.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, where's Mosey at? I'm sorry.
He's right
I'm
here.
about Mosey.
No, the CPs know about it. They know about other shit.
No, you want to just walk by and walk back by real quick?
Ah.
You got your charger? Here go your charger, sir.
The Mosey mob.
Hey, listen,
Oh, man.
I get so sick of people finding new.
Yeah, she got an old basketball coach looking ass nigga. That nigga walk by like sprints in the morning.
Right.
And the funny thing is
I'm
that
not your father, Trey. I'm not trying to be your father.
anytime I post something with him on it, they will respond with the
They
Mosey.
doing it now.
It is hilarious. And look, Charlie, now he got his own emoji.
Yeah.
Hey, that's that nigga
That's his
emoji.
wife right there. That's his guy.
He got his own. He out here moseying.
Terrence, you got to have up 2 windows. So if you're on the computer, open up another window and go to my YouTube page, and you can see the comments. Yeah, that's how you see the comments.
I'm just now chiming in. Like, oh, okay.
Man, listen. Well, I don't know if Todd's still here, but I gotta tell y'all this shit she said, dog. And when she come on tomorrow, she'll tell y'all again. This
It's that
motherfucker
Mosey
Todd
gang.
said, I like young boys. Young boys eat the coochie even with the toilet tissue still on it. Nigga, I died.
Oh, she did say that.
I
She said that.
died.
Them niggas is wild.
And Charlie are looking like
You gotta pick that.
you got to tell her to go back in the bathroom and take. Look at Charlie. Charlie said, "Hey, you got something there now." Wait
Hey,
a
I
minute.
got. He say, I got you, Queen. Don't worry about that.
No,
Hey,
when I
get
tell
to a certain age, but that shit don't fly no more. She was right. It was an age where you was like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Right,
But it
right.
was a certain
Fuck
age
it.
you like, fuck all that.
Right. Because you don't want to fuck up the mood. Because anything will fuck up the mood. Be like, you know what? Don't even. You don't
know
want to
what,
take
though? Hey, but you worth more, King. I tell you
That's what I'm saying, man.
More, King.
Know your worth, King.
And Mosey, how you doing, young man?
Yo, that shit had me so weak. I screamed, dog. I screamed. And Terrence, just mute it. Mute it if you got it on there.
You don't want to fuck up the mood. Because anything will fuck up the mood. Be like, you know.
I'm gonna delete it.
Nah, you could just mute it. You can watch it. Just mute it.
Terrence over there, scared. He like, where that coming from? That's me.
You know, I be messing. Yeah. No.
I feel like that happened once a show. Once a show is one person trying to get in the comments and they don't mute it.
Yeah,
It happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Hey,
There's art to
CP,
it.
You
You
said
feel
it was
me?
CP, you said it was an age where you didn't care.
It was like, it was an age where you was like, that shit like wet.
Go back to work.
Get in and out like sunflower
I ain't
seeds.
finna let her know. And then she'd be like, you know what? Because look, it was an age where you was scared. She'd be like, you know what? Fuck all that. We ain't
Right. You gonna be like that.
no,
Don't worry about it.
wait.
Charlie said, "If you gonna be like that, then you don't get nothing." Then
Exactly.
Shit,
You gonna
worry about it,
you trying to nitpick? Ain't nothing but some little tissue, whatever. Just fine, nigga. You be
at
like,
least you know I
"Damn,
wipe my ass. Like that's just
Right, right.
Niggas used to be
And
down
then
there
she'll
like-
start talking about you and disrespecting you. Well, ain't since you want to talk, your balls smelling a little salty. You like,
See, he took it to
No,
the
ain't
front.
nobody
See?
sucking.
That nigga Charlie go up from experience. Yeah, you right.
Right.
hey, I'm just saying.
And the bitch gonna tell me my balls
Get 'em
told
right
me, bitch, I
here.
worked all day. You right. Go
I just
ahead.
got off.
I'm sorry. I worked the devil today. You right. I'm sorry.
Speaking of work, man, I told y'all I'm in the car business, man. I was super hyped to do this show, man. So, you know, I was ready to get home. I wasn't finna miss doing this show. So I had a customer wanted to come in and look at a car, and I was like, nigga, I'm finna go, man. So, nigga, if you're not trying to do nothing right now, you need to get going up out of here, man. I rushed his ass on up out of here. So, yeah,
Hey,
man,
well, y'all make sure y'all bless Charlie's Cash App, man, because he could have missed out on a potential commission. So bless his Cash App if y'all can, man. And hit that like button too, man. Y'all out here bullshitting with the like button, man.
Yeah, man. Real. Make sure y'all bless my Cash App too. I just went grocery shopping. So
I use
grocery shopping ain't no joke.
Bro,
bless my Cash App.
You go in there to buy a box of cereal and come out with a cart full of shit, and you be just sitting there trying to tell yourself, but I needed it. I needed it.
My wife be getting mad at me. I buy too many frozen things.
Say what?
Tacarra, not in our house. We have a list, and we got strict rules. We better stick to the list. We ain't getting nothing off of that.
I got kids who slick. They be like, I'll put the stuff on the counter, and you be like, all right, thank you. And before you know it, it'd be like $80 worth of shit they put up there. And you be like, hey, all I bought was Pine Sol and some ices.
She snuck and bought some cereal.
She's doing buying Pine Sol and ices together.
That's a random ass
I got to mop the floor, and I'm gonna give her ices
for it.
so she don't walk on it. Well, they
Mosey, run, Mosey. Making that nigga Pine Sol gummy bears. Get that nigga out of here. Trying to steal that nigga Mustang. Run, nigga.
I just want him to sit down while I'm doing the podcast. I just want him to sit down. So
man, that nigga over there sitting still like the bowl is tipped.
You ain't got to over medicate him for him to sit down.
Listen, I'm gonna show y'all my new guilty pleasure that since the quarantine has started. This is where a lot of my money goes.
Candles.
Oh, me too, dog. I got like 4 of them lit right now, nigga.
Bro, me too. Right here is lit. I got one over in the corner, the gray flannel lit. Bro, I have been going crazy on candles. Like when people come over to the crib, I give them away as goodbye gifts. Like that's my party gift. I give you a candle after you leave the crib. Like thanks for stopping by. Here's a candle.
I'm pulling up.
Coming through for sure. But nigga, why you got all them candles? Lovecraft. Fuck you trying to say yourself somebody?
I always want the house smelling good. You know you get something new. You try to keep it new for as long as possible. New car, new shoes, something like that. Since I got the new place, I'm like, this bitch gonna smell fantastic every day. So I got candles burning through this bitch at all time. It's probably a fire hazard. How much we have candles going? It's probably a fire hazard.
Is it a brand that you recommend?
No, but it changes the vibe, the energy so much when you come home, you walk into the room. Yeah, it's dope, man. I'm the same way. I've been in grocery store. It's like, baby, smell this. What you think? Come on now. Yeah, we get that one.
Is it a brand you recommend?
This right here, Essential Elements. I get this at Ralph's. Now they have this right here, this blood orange and teak wood, and they also have mahogany and what is it, vetiver? But that one sells out so fucking fast. Like they be waiting when they load it up, people snatch it off. But this one, I probably grabbed. Last time I was at Ralph's, I grabbed probably 8 of these because I know I'm that person too. As soon as they go in there, I take them all. I buy them all. Last time I was at Ralph's, I bought probably $90 worth of candles. No bullshit. Because these bitches like $12.99.
Hey, but candles ain't cheap.
No, that's why I say you gotta
look at what y'all donations is going towards when y'all bless my cash.
I like this nigga candle budget though, nigga. I be in Big Lots looking for the deal.
I'm trying to get a PS5. Bless my cash app.
Man, listen, I'm trying to
get no PS5, dog.
I'm trying to finish building my studio. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here working on this album. I need plugins, man. Bless my cash app so I can finish this album.
Hey man, stop doing what I do, man. Get your own hustle. This is my corner. Ooh, this is my gas pump.
Hey, how you get
I'm trying to piggyback. You know,
my goddamn gas station, new nigga.
You know how when a nigga walk through the door and he hold the door and the nigga pop in? That's me. I'm trying to pop in through the door.
Shit. Trying to get a whole new.
How you get your background like that?
Oh,
ACP.
What up, though?
How you get your background like that, though?
Oh, this is a blue screen, but this particular background is the Scarface room where he may have that speech with Tony. Yeah, but like I change it all the time, bro.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying. You know, and just have something.
So you got to have a screen behind you to do that.
This Detroit, yeah. So I do a blue screen because this is where I have to do my Reggie Bo stuff now. So Reggie Bo green, so I can't run green. I got to run blue, and so the blue screen just catch the light. It just helped me better.
That shit tight, bro.
Bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little something.
The
ball is tipped.
Hey, don't you love it when niggas got something real nice and they always try to minimalize? Yeah, you know, little something. I'll be like, that's a big something, nigga. Everybody else got closets, you know what I'm saying? Spider webs behind them. This nigga got Paris and shit.
You know what's crazy? Hey. I got into an argument and look stupid for all of this stuff. I bought this shit a year and a half ago. I was like, man, I spent like $800. And my wife was like, I'm like, just trust me, it's gonna be sweet. Podcast setup. And then it was like, then the pandemic hit and this shit became like my office. Nigga, this is everything. It's like, it's just crazy how I just had that idea one morning. And then I got on Amazon early on, all this shit was gone. Everything that you could order was all sold out because everybody was on the same wave. Yeah. And so I'd already had it, man. It's just, you know, you got to trust your vision. If you build it, they will come. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bar.
Everybody keep asking about the ghost at the crib. I don't know if that nigga was gone because I don't know that. I ain't know the nigga was here. Thus far, we haven't had any new interactions with him.
Wait, what?
Ghost at your house?
Oh, y'all ain't been watching. Y'all haven't been watching.
It's the crazy. That's always been one of my biggest fears. Like somebody breaking in your house and you having an entity in your house, especially like, when you just moved. Like, cause now like we bought new furniture when we got here. That shit heavy, bro. I'm not finna be moving that shit, and moving is expensive. I'm not finna pay the bread to move again. So we just gonna have to figure it out. This nigga gonna have to figure out how to coexist because we here now, my nigga.
What makes you think it's an entity in your house though? What has he done to make you feel like?
The second night I was here, around 2:30 in the morning, I'm late, I'm asleep, and I typically wake up in the middle of the night. So I woke up and I'm turning over like in the bed, and I hear somebody go, Robert. And they did it that way. They did it in that deep voice. And I'm like, first, who know my name like that out here? Like, this is a brand new complex. Don't nobody know my name. And so, you know, you hear something, you like,
am I tripping? On YouTube. That's the YouTube devil.
Bro, I don't know what happened, right? So that's the second night we here. So I'm already freaked out, but I'm trying not to think about it too much because I know I'll get freaked out and I'm like, fuck it, let's move. The new furniture hadn't got here yet. We could dip out this bitch, right? So a couple weeks ago, my daughter, her room was on the second floor, right? So she come out of her bedroom and then she cuts it right, then a hard left, and her bathroom's right there. If she came out and busted left, the kitchen's right here. So she came out of the bathroom and she's about to bust a right, then a quick left. She busted right and she saw this tall figure. She said it was like 6 feet something, and she couldn't see the face, but he was just standing there. He had on striped pants and a black shirt. And she just looked, and then she went in her room, and she said she drew him so she wouldn't forget how he looked. And then, because she showed me the next morning, she was like, Daddy, look what I drew. And I'm like, what? And she showed me, and then she told me the story. She's like, I drew him so I wouldn't forget him. So if I see him again, I can know it's the same one. I was like, that's smart. Also, that's crazy that you didn't come upstairs and get us and tell us how scared you were. I would have shit myself right there. Even after just leaving the bathroom, I would have shit myself right there. The ghost would be like, oh, come on, nigga. Really? I didn't even do nothing to you. I'm like, it don't matter. You scared me.
And how long has it been?
This sounds like a cold ass movie. I'm like, and then what?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Terrence?
Crazy.
I said, how long has it been? How long have you been staying there?
We moved in the second week of August 8th.
That's wild.
Woo. I'll be a little shook up, brother.
A little.
Here's
I'll
the
be
thing,
Hey,
though.
do you think it got something to do with all them different candles you burning and not knowing what you burning at the same time? And it's you about to bring a Pier 1 ghost into your house, like
having a seance.
You combine sandalwood with gray flannel. Robert. You like, Robert.
Where's Robert?
He telling you about Black Friday. Robert, they on sale, Robert.
Hey, you gonna wake your ass up here like, yo, our shit on fire, Robert. Robert.
I burned some sage after the first thing. So I burnt the sage after the first thing.
Sage ain't for ghosts. Sage is like a blunt for them. They be on the stage like.
They be hotboxing your sage, bro.
I love that sage.
Hey, bro.
It ain't for no ghosts. You got to get a fat little old lady with a scary face to come in there and say things you don't understand.
Then he gonna fuck around and learn that the ghost is somebody he know, and that's gonna fuck with him because it's gonna be somebody he know that knows his full name.
Either that or you have to give them.
Because your daughter drew the picture, I was like, hold up, striped pants. I'm trying to visualize this. I'm like, who wears striped pants?
Bro, I'm texting her now to see if she can bring the picture up here right now. If she still got it, I'm having
that shit.
He's like, nah, nigga, I don't want that coming to the screen. Don't bring that shit here. Like, we good.
All you niggas see it.
Bring it over here. I'm burning that shit. Bring it over here.
Listen,
Come here.
He gonna have a vacation home. He gonna have a
Hey,
work office. He gonna have all y'all shit.
Hey,
Your Wi-Fi fucking up. I know he real. I'm good.
Sage is a blunt for ghosts.
That ghost in the corner right now like this. Like, go on, keep laughing with the jokes. Keep laughing.
I don't play with ghosts, bro.
Man, not me either, bro.
I never had a run-in with like any type of ghost like that, but somebody actually a relative of mine lives in Omaha, and they said they were staying at a famous hotel and they went for their anniversary, and their anniversary is like 2 days before Halloween. So they said they stand in the room, they're asleep in the bed, and his wife was like, "Hey, dude, stop playing. Like, why you put this drawer on me? You know, like there's a nightstand drawer." And he was like, "I ain't putting no drawer on you, man. Stop. Like, why are you playing?" So then like they laying there for a second. They're like, You didn't? He was like, "Nah." And he said when he put the drawer back, it had like some weight to it. He was like, "Nah, I didn't." So now he looking in the room to see like if somebody broke in the room and did some weird shit. You know what I mean? So he said it freaked him out so bad. He was like, "Nah, let's get up out of here." Like they left everything there. They just got up out of there. And I guess when they went downstairs, they're waiting in the valet for their car. And the lady was like, "Oh, Thomas or whatever his name is, he never really harms anybody." They was like, "What? He has a name?" What? They was like, "What? He has a name?" They was like, "Oh no, we out of here." So they did like some research. They started Googling or whatever. And the hotel is like a famous hotel. I forget what it's called in Omaha, downtown Omaha, but it like things have happened. They've had to like evacuate, like all the doors open and stuff like that. But I guess it was a guy.
Remember the name of this spot, so we know not to go to that.
Hey, don't book that place at all.
Fuck that, my nigga. The whole city off the map. Fuck the whole city. I ain't going nowhere near that bitch.
Right. Oh, hell no.
Wow. That looked like some Slender Man shit.
Yeah.
This she just had me this picture. This is the picture that she drew right afterwards.
So you basically got Candyman living in your living room.
Who drew that?
His daughter.
Wait, that's what y'all.
Right after she saw it. Come here. Tell them what happened.
Hi, Kendall.
Hi.
Hey, beautiful. What is happening? Why are y'all okay with this?
I'm not okay with this.
You don't have to do this.
And I looked to my right, and it was just standing there. It was like 6 foot something, and it was like his head was down, but I could still like see, like basically it was like this, but I couldn't see it didn't have any face or anything like that. It was just really
Can you show us on the drawing where it touched you?
Boy, you know. No.
What?
Don't play like that. Don't play like that.
My daughter would not. Casey is scared of everything that the wind could blow, a leaf could hit the window. She will call me and be like, "Somebody's trying to get in the house. I don't have access to the cameras. I can't see what's going on." I'm like, "Casey, ain't nobody trying to get in the house. Somebody was breathing. I don't know who was breathing. The window was open. I opened the window." Casey's so scary.
I'm gonna tell you, but right now,
Casey would have moved out on her own. I'd have been like, "Where you at?" She's like, "I got my own place. I call my dad. He just gonna pay the rent." Like, my daughter's not for. She couldn't handle that. Casey could not handle that.
Kendall, I mean, the kid is she's not really afraid of ghosts like that. Like it shook her a little bit, but she was straight. Like she had to be straight to be able to like draw like that. But like she wanted to go to the Queen Mary. Y'all know the Queen Mary in Long Beach, hella haunted.
My daughter Casey went to that though.
Yeah, she told Farron, she was like, "Yeah, let's spend the night at the Queen Mary." I was like, "Y'all go ahead, man."
Right here by the Queen Mary. Don't be saying all that.
Hey, listen, nigga. Have you Googled it?
I didn't Google it. Nah.
Bro, it's a lot of scary shit that go on at the Queen Mary, dog.
I'm one of them type of people that, hey, if I don't know, it didn't happen. I'll be like, I ain't seen nothing. Did you see your plate get up and move? I was like, nah, I ain't seen that.
I wouldn't even be there if there's even a slight chance that is haunted. I'm not even going.
I'm not even
just avoiding that
what
shit.
What type of person under the age of 70 is not afraid of ghosts? Only people I know who not afraid of ghosts is all my friends is ghosts. Shit, that's the only kind of people I know who not afraid of ghosts. People who are like, yeah, Larry a ghost, Geraldine, who was very beautiful, she a ghost. Like, if you just a kid, you're not afraid of ghosts. Yeah, these kids, man,
new kids, something else.
Cartoons out or something.
But I think we made a lot of progress as people, as parents, because the fact that you believe her and you say you actually telling us the story, that's progress. Because you think about trying to tell our parents, hey, mama, it's a ghost. Shut your ass up. Ain't no ghost.
It probably wasn't that. It probably our parents couldn't afford to move. My mom was like, yeah, shut your ass up. Hey, he just
I had one of those mothers who would tell you whatever you complain about, she would use it in a sentence about whooping your ass. I'd be like, mommy, it's a ghost in there. You better ghost your ass in the motherfucking bed. That's the kind of mother that I had.
Ghost them dishes,
mama, but I'm scared. You better take your little scary ass in your goddamn room. Like my mother, whatever you say, mommy, Theo hit me. I'm about to hit your ass. Get your goddamn ass in your room. My mother would take whatever you said and made it a part of your punishment.
Hey, my mom was like, hey, you couldn't be scared if your ass was asleep. Go down there, go to sleep.
You close your goddamn eyes, maybe you won't see shit. Get your ass in your goddamn room. But mommy, I'm scared of the ghost. I'm about to be the motherfucking ghost. You need to be scared of me. Like that.
Or don't be fucking. You need to have that ghost to help you clean the room. That's what you need to do.
Or don't be fucking up in school, because my pops was that nigga that'd be like, look, the ghost haunting you because you're doing bad in school. And I'm like, fam, like, I'm
maybe if you got good grades.
With the other.
It don't make sense.
You had good grades, you wouldn't have a ghost.
You wouldn't be haunted if you was doing the A.
That's why your friends with A's in their class if they get haunted. But I don't mess with no. It's even right now, like so when the quarantine broke out, I really didn't expect it to be this long. So I was like, I'm gonna get a job where I kind of feel like I'm giving back. So I got a job working with the homeless. So I work in a homeless facility at night, like graveyard. And when I tell you it's the freakiest, like I'll be looking down the halls, I'll be like, oh my God, like it's one of the most craziest places. Like I'm a grown ass man. I'll be having to run and hit the light, jog down the hall. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, this
you work with ghosts.
I definitely know, like, shit be haunted. Like I know it be haunted. Like
yeah, cause that reminds me that when I was younger, I lived in Texas. I used to be a security guard, so I used to have to go and like walk around and do your rotations and walk through the different buildings and shit. Megan, you talking about some scary shit? You out there by yourself, and when them office buildings, all you hear is the electricity running. You was like,
nah, but it be like the people. Like I be really thinking like people be possessed. Like I think that's really like. The problem is like their mental health, like the people be tripping out. So like you be looking around the corner, somebody just pop up, like, hey, can I get a muffin? I'm like, yo, where did you come from, fam? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did you mean? Can I get a muffin? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said a muffin. It's 2:00 in the morning. You got a muffin, bro? Like,
Charlie, where was this graveyard at? Was it in New York or was it in Louisiana?
This was in Dallas. After I moved from Louisiana, I moved to Dallas. So I was working graveyard shift as a security guard. That was one of my first jobs.
Oh, okay.
We moved to Dallas. Yeah. So I had
listen, you couldn't pay me enough money to work at a graveyard in Louisiana. You couldn't pay me enough money. They'd be like $10,000 a night. I'd be like, nah. I wish the fuck I would, nigga.
Bro,
I've been waiting all night for that to hear. I've been waiting all night for that camera shit right there. I've been waiting.
I work in an office building with the lights on a timer. I'm working late night and that timer goes off. And then
look at this nigga here. Look at this.
You got the snacks. But when it turned back on, because I'm like, I'm the only nigga in the building. Why is this light? It's a motion sensor. Why is it turning on? That shit scared me. So I know I couldn't work in no graveyard.
Oh, hell no.
No, when I was in elementary school, there was this girl. I'm not gonna say her name. There was this girl. We had to be like, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. And she used to tell everybody she could see ghosts. We used to be sitting in the playground and she would just be playing with us. And then she would just stop and stand there. And we would be like, what's wrong? And she would be like, he's next to me. You don't see him? And I'll be like, no. Why does nobody see him? I'll be like, what the fuck? Somebody unfreeze me. I've been frozen for like 5 minutes. What the fuck? I stopped being her friend because it was a weird. Then her mother said she was seeing ghosts too. It was the whole class was scared. The teacher had to hold a conference for all the parents because all the kids were scared to come to school because she kept saying there was a ghost in the classroom. It was some shit.
But what if she really sees something though? That's the.
But I think to this day, I think she's a medium. This day, I think she's like a medium, and she does like horoscopes and stuff like that. I think that's what she does.
Medium right now, like she still got that power.
Yep, I think she still. That's what I think she does now.
Hey.
She had 2 boyfriends when she was a teenager, and they both died back to back.
What?
Oh shit! See now that's a whole nother level right there.
You think they
one died in a car accident, and then 2 years later, the other one drowned, and. I didn't hear from her. I didn't hear from her.
And now they at TAHIR'S house.
Hold on. those are the two of the most tragic ways to go. A car accident and drowning. That's that. What?
Yep.
No.
And I think that's what she does now. She does tarot cards. She does horoscope. She does like cleansing the soul and the body. That's what she does now.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, nah.
That's crazy.
That's the people you gotta stay friends with. You gotta make sure that you good on their good side.
Right.
I'm cool. I be trying to be 50.
Because I used to be scared.
Listen,
I remember her mother was like, "We're having a sleepover for her birthday." I was like, my mother was like, "You want to go to sleepover?" I was like,
"Oh, ain't no way. We're not doing no sleepover.
I ain't doing none of that."
I couldn't do a sleepover.
My mother was like, "It's gonna be fun." Her mother was like, "It's gonna be pizza." I was like,
"Nah, fuck that, bro." Here's the thing: I wouldn't have stopped being her friend because she can tell me where the ghosts are, so I can avoid them. But I'm also not going over your house. It's like being cool with a crackhead. You're cool with him, so he don't break into your car. But I'm also not going to this nigga house where they doing crack on a regular basis. I'm not doing all that.
Right.
But you got a decision to make. Wait a minute. If that crackhead is like, "Hey, here, come on over to the house. We're gonna be making some stuff, crack and not crack infused,
and some oxtail."
Listen, and then you like, "No, I ain't going to your house." He's like, "Really? It's like that, motherfucker?" Next time I see your car and you like, "Damn, I got a decision to make." Sometimes you gotta be cool, go over their crib.
No.
You gotta be able to finesse it.
You can be busy. You just be like, "I can't right now, man. I gotta run these errands." It's all in how you respond, bro. It's all in how you say it.
This nigga came up with a whole scenario because what if the motherfucker invite you? You say, "No, it's like that, nigga." All right, then. Yeah,
next time I see your car. Yeah, hey.
But listen, that's how I go though. Listen, I was watching The Dark Knight last night, and you remember on The Dark Knight? That's the one with Joker. When Harvey Dent had turned himself in, they finna move him down to Central Booking, and they traveling underground. They in that tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And Batman, this is after the Batmobile crash and everything. He on the motorcycle, and he's trying to catch up with them, and he shoot these fucking cars, and the cars explode and shit like that. I stopped the movie. Was like, who the fuck paid for that? Like, what insurance do they got in Gotham City where that's part of your policy? Like, if your car is damaged during a Batman chase, like, they gonna cover it. Like, I really went down a rabbit hole. Like, what if one of them cars belonged to a nigga who just worked a double shift because he had to cover somebody that was like, "I ain't going to work." The nigga Joker out here killing people. Now, he didn't work 12 hours, just got his alternator fixed and came out in his fucking car on fire. Nigga, I would lose my mind. And then it was like 2:30 in the morning.
You have to imagine that Wayne Industries provides some type of insurance and also incidentals for Gotham. And you know, like,
you would think that
because Bruce is that kind of guy. Bruce gonna do it on the back end. You know what I'm saying? The same way Khaleesi would. Like, my dragon did what?
This
is the reason why I think not.
But I got a whole different perspective from that movie. And maybe this is just a woman's point of view. I did not think, please don't get mad at me for saying this, please, Jesus. I did not think that the woman that they were fighting over was attractive. I was really bothered that they were fighting. What it sound to me?
She wasn't.
What'd you say?
She wasn't.
She wasn't. Why y'all making like when they were like arguing over her, or Batman came into the party and she was holding her dude's hand and they were like looking at each other, and I was like,
she looked hella sleepy and like drugged out.
Thank you. Her eyes look sleepy. She looked old. She looked like she ain't really want to fuck with either one of them. And then at the end,
she fuck with them by default.
When she got blown up, I was like, yeah, and she died. God damn, she ain't with it.
She had young woman old face.
Hey, she was fucking with them she was fucking with them by default. They was just the two people. She ain't been out of Gotham. She ain't know what the fuck else was out here. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like the way she talked, Harvey. I just really want you to just get along. I feel so much better. He's my friend. I'm marrying him. I just would really like it if. And at the end, she was like, "Don't worry, they'll come for you. It's okay. I'm like, God, love the fuck up, shit." Like, I hated the fact that she played.
You remember when dating used to be like that though? When you used to just know the people within your town and your community, you didn't see past that before social media, and it was like, "Oh yeah, man, she the baddest girl in school. Oh yeah, this the baddest. She go to this school. Oh yeah," and that was it. But now the plan.
He said that was it.
Hey, it was your
that was it for her in Gotham. She was just it.
Right.
She was the baddest thing in Gotham.
Live.
That's
I doubt that.
I seen the bank teller when they was in the bank. I seen the bank teller. I was like, oh, the bank teller cute than a motherfucker, but her, no. That's all I can watch. When I watch that movie, that's all I see. I'll get into it, and then she'll come out of nowhere. I need to talk to you for a second. I want to go over. Like, God, she fucking this up for me.
You know what though?
DJ Gyllenhaal's sister though. She was in this show on HBO called The Deuce. It was about like New York, the strip and prostitution in there. And she was supposed to be like the bottom bitch. And I'm just like, I don't see it.
She always like
this. Damn.
I want my money. I don't.
But
Huh?
What's that lady's name?
It's Maggie Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal. Yeah, she's Jake Gyllenhaal's sister. Yeah, she's Jake Gyllenhaal's sister.
Everybody's
That nigga
looking
sister?
for the Batman.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking
Like a
for the
preemie,
Batman. I'm like,
She what?
that's what she said in one part. You gotta know that everybody's looking for the Batman. I'm like, I hated it. I
Hey, you know what's funny about this shit? I can tell you, hey, she really bother you though. You be like, "Nah, I'ma change the
because I feel like if two men are gonna fight over a woman, you know what? I felt like it was unrealistic.
Yeah.
I felt like this is the wealthiest man in Gotham. He owns all of Gotham, and the other guy is one of the top attorney generals or whatever for Gotham. And out of all the hoes in Gotham, y'all fight. It just was unrealistic to me.
but she might have that crazy whap, and that bitch might go Ghostbusters on a dick. You don't know what she got going on. And
I don't, because all I ever heard her say was, I can't. I can't. I know, Harvey, I'm listening to you, Harvey, but I just can't. I'm like,
listen, she was hella messy too, because when she left that letter for Bruce, and Alfred was like, when will I know to give it to him? She was like, it's not sealed, you can read it, fuck him. I was like, yeah, you messy ass.
Right.
Messy ass.
You sleepy? Oh, you sleepy face. It was just so unrealistic.
You know what? If that's the best that Gotham has to offer, no wonder why Batman would just beat
nigga. Deuce, do you remember he took the entire ballerina team on his yacht before he went to?
Right.
You mean to tell me she better than all ballerinas? The chick he went to dinner with? Come on, bro. No.
And what did she say? She'll be jealous. How was your date? It looked like you had fun. How was it? You know I only want to be with you. I'm like, what?
So who do you think would be somebody that you want to fight over Gotham, the whole city to be tripping?
The girl in the Avengers. What's the girl in the Avengers that shoot everybody? What's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, Scarlett is fire. Scarlett Johansson is beautiful. I would fight over Scarlett Johansson.
You got to go on Reddit, search gentleman boners. And you will see all of the white,
Scarlett is a gentleman
like all the
boner,
different
though.
movie star bitches, and you understand it's so many colder ones out here. It's crazy. They cold.
Look who we comparing her to. We comparing her to Sleepy Eyed.
Sleepy boy, sleepy spirit.
Don't worry, Harvey. They're coming for you, Harvey. And then when the door bust open and they came for Harvey, he was like, "Don't save me. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. He'll come for."
Now you got to see how they treat her on The Deuce. Like they make it seem like she is like the top notch bottom bitch on The Deuce, and it's just like I'm just like, and then like she starts launching like the porn industry and shit like that, and I'm just like, fam, I just don't see it.
It's like a white person playing a black person in a movie. Like you just get a black person to play the goddamn movie.
But let's not act like TV and media hasn't been putting basic women and making them seem like they're the token for years.
And also, we all black. She may be white hot.
She's not white hot. She's not white hot.
Not to us, but she may be white hot to them.
She not. She not white hot.
I think it's more they want the lady at the office behind a cubicle to feel
That's true too.
They're like, you can fuck the office up if you wanted to. Like, bitch, you get the right lipstick on a Friday, bitch. This office.
The one that everybody got the fetish about me, like, man, you know, Lisa, that be about a fax machine.
I was Lisa about a coffee today. I had that bitch beat, I fuck up the whole office with Lisa.
CP over there chewing, just living his life. He over there just
he
chewing.
enjoying himself.
He got all the
No,
high
hold on, wait.
snacks. He got
Hold
all
on,
the
wait.
high snacks.
He got Skittles, he got Reese's, and he got chips. Nigga,
Reese's
what are you going through? And water? That water don't mix with all of that shit.
I've been smoking baby Jeters, man. Y'all don't smoke, so y'all don't get it. I don't know what the fuck a baby Jeter is, nigga. But hey, it's up there, nigga. Believe it.
So are you. That's how we know.
There.
There, cuz. It's all the way up there.
It's up there, boy.
It's up there.
But
Got a bowl of cereal underneath his chair.
It's the laugh. Y'all saw Mosey walk by. Thank you for the Mosey. I ain't gonna never live this down.
Hey, Tahir, I gotta ask, bro, how the album coming?
Bro, so I have not been back to the studio. I mean, I was messing with Pat for a little bit, but I really need to go somewhere where I can focus for like a week to knock this shit. Like trying to do it after, like I was trying to do it on Mondays when I film. That's my long day to film, and like my brain just is not there at that point. So I need like a week off and just be at my homies. But I got another homie that got a studio downtown, but he out of town right now. If I was just staying at his crib and just could get up and record, then it'd be something different. But I gotta get in the right mind. I don't want to just put something out just to put something out because I said, yeah, here it is right here. I wouldn't want to put something behind it. So I just gotta work on it, bro. I need to take a break and just knock it out. And I'm gonna be off for Christmas. I might take like 2 weeks off from the show or something like that. So if I do that, then I'm definitely gonna get some writing in at that point.
Man, it's not 2 weeks off then,
Hey,
man. You still working. You see that? You tell you that's working.
No, but I'm taking 2 weeks off from the night show.
Oh, okay.
Taking it off from the night show.
Hey, Tahir, you ever thought about maybe like getting you a Pro Tool setup and just doing like start kind of doing a basic recording yourself?
Well, I was telling Farron I kind of want that for Christmas. Like I was telling her, like I kind of want a beat machine and something like that for Christmas. But then I was like to get to like it would take time to get it where I need to learn it. Yeah. And like I don't know if I have the time to invest in learning Pro Tools and being efficient and proficient in it. Because I don't want to do the shit a little bit. Like if I get into that shit, I'm gonna be really into that shit.
Here's what you should do, bro.
I don't feel like that's some shit that you can do overnight.
Right.
No, I didn't mean as far as like make beats, but I mean just the basic. If you got your basic Pro Tool setup, like laptop, and you're able to record, because what you can do is save your Pro Tool session, take it to somebody, and they basically mix your music for you.
Or even just re-record it, because that's the same process that I did. Like I'm here and I started recording myself. Now I don't know how, I'm not an engineer. That shit, you know what I'm saying? So that shit's unleveled as fuck. But then, you know what I'm saying? All I do is I hit my guy up, we'll re-record it. But it's like I'm able to get songs out, I'm able to test melodies, I'm able to do shit while, you know what I'm saying, just by myself. And you know, when you by yourself, your creative juices actually goes. So like sometimes like you don't want to waste nobody's time, but like you may want to mess around with some melodies, but you're like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess around because I got this time that I'm paying for. So if you got it at the crib, you can mess around with it, you can record it. And then when you get to the studio, it's just really just mastering it, making it sound better, making it sound crisp and redoing it and shit.
They got such good mics now. They got I forget what it's called, but you put it around your mic and it could sound like you in a booth. I learned it because I seen this. I used to be a big Lil Wayne fan, so I used to watch him on the road. And he works so much.
A lot of us used to be.
So
heavy on the used to.
While he was on a tour bus or he be in his hotel, he be recording.
Yeah,
he had like a mic in the corner of the thing with a box with like a thing around it, and you can record all your vocals. Now, as far as mixing them out, that takes more time to learn. But what you can do is record all your vocals, have somebody sing you a beat, track out the beat, put it in there.
I already got the beats too. My boy, I got all the beats for the whole EP. It's just I ain't got the chance to record it and write it because like I don't want it to be like, I want it to be like a vibe. Like it's gonna be like Currency vibe, but it's gonna be like the old Kanye content. Like I ain't talking about killing no niggas and selling dope and all that shit. I don't even want to.
Another thing too is people don't realize this. Even after you master writing music, it's to say it on the mic, bro. Like that's an art in itself. People don't realize.
Definitely.
I know a lot of people that can rap. like freestyling, but when you try to get them in a booth, that's a technique in itself. So like you should just get you if that's something that you like to do, just play with it. Like get you a mic and a system and just practice on recording so you can start getting your voice and all that.
It's a couple songs out right now. It's a song called Live from Lou that I did with my boy Cool Lou from St. Louis. He hit me up randomly on Instagram. I was like, yo, can I get a verse from you? And I was like, what? I don't rap. He's like, nah, nigga, you'll be dope on this track. And I guess he was just basing it on like the freestyles we did with All Def Digital. And we
you went crazy on them All Def Digital freestyles, bro.
Yeah, that was, you
went crazy on them motherfuckers.
Listen,
bro.
My son decided he wanted to rap, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm not, he going to the studio with his friends and stuff, doing his little thing. And he actually sounds really good. It surprised me. And I go in his room one day because he took something borrowed something of mine. And I was like, let me go in his room. And all his clothes and his sneakers is like around his room, but neat. And I'm like, where the fuck, why you ain't put this in your closet? I go in his closet. He got a full studio in his closet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's the exact.
I'm talking pattern on the
grinding.
wall.
Shout out to him.
Got Starbucks cup holders.
Like he was like, I'm like, where you get all this equipment from? He like fries. So he had fries. He asking me, is there anything around the house I can help out with? Can I help with school? And I'm like, yeah. So he help out with school. I get money. He go to fries. His whole closet. He got the mic. He got all the plugins for the mic. He got the headphones. He got the stand that comes down. He got the piece to go over it. He got he got the light, the blue light in the closet. You hear me? He got the blue light. He literally made his closet into a studio.
Hey, make sure you post his music. I want to listen to his music.
All right.
Because of that.
Blew my mind.
Young King. You realize when we was younger in the 90s, women was lifting their own titty up and sucking it, trying to entice somebody. And nowadays, you be like, ugh, bitch, that long ass caterpillar titty out of here. But back then, though, nigga was like, damn, all right. But now you like, bitch, you get that big ass fire hose titty out of here. Bitches used to be like, y'all want to drink? Y'all want to drink?
But you know what?
Yo, that was so random. Where did that
like
come from, CP?
Thank you.
And he changed the topic fast as a minute.
I was like, we was talking about.
I thought somebody segued that in. He just threw that out there.
It just came to me that women used to do that. At one point, it just stopped. I feel like it was one king that was like, ma'am, put that long motherfucking titty away.
That sound like Esau McGraw voice, right? That sound like Esau voice.
Put that goddamn long titty away. She's like, oh, you right. I'm sorry.
Hey, I don't be smoking.
Then they just kept eating dinner like, oh, anyway, and it was awkward.
Hey, what is it again? You were smoking on?
Let me get the scissors.
It's called a baby jeter. Baby jeter. Can y'all see that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that shit.
Baby jeter. That's how the bitches feel when you smoking. Anyway, y'all niggas don't shave.
Yeah, that shit look like top shelf.
Hey, remember them Indian music commercials used to come on TV? It used to be like, God damn, I want that album. But I can't ask my mama for the Indian music album. But that bitch just come on and be like, all the Indians like, oh, hey, nah. Hey, y'all don't remember that?
No, no. Hey, I know what you're talking about, bro. It would be like the classics of
it'd show like a waterfall. It'd be like four wolves. It'd be like,
Bro, if you want to see something crazy, go to YouTube and type in Indian music does it better. And it's pretty much like Indian music videos, but like, so they'll show like an American, they would or a movie, like a clip. So it'd be like American action movies are like this, but the Indian action movies are like this. And it's like ridiculous. So like, it'd be like the Matrix. So you'll see the Matrix, you'll see them shooting and you'll see Neo do the thing, you know, but then in the Indian, you'll see him do that thing, but then he'll also grab a car, hit a nigga with the car. Like it's just like it takes it above.
Hey, that was in the suggested videos where he was looking up Casio keyboard songs.
Yeah, right.
He was like, how do I play Blow the Whistle on the Casio keyboard?
Hey, but that should be wild, bro.
They be videos is like Indian movie classics. Like, oh, okay, let me take a break real quick and watch this.
You fall into that rabbit hole. You know how YouTube is. They suggest something, you watch it, the next thing you know, 3 hours ago, you like, damn, I don't watch all this shit.
Hey, so I guess the point we was trying to make is before we was reminded how precious long titties was. Hey, then bro, that'd be something dope for you to pick up, especially right now.
Where y'all from?
So glad I don't have that. I'm so glad I don't.
Kansas City. Kansas City.
That's what happens when you smoke baby Jeter.
Baby Jeter.
You hilarious, bro.
Tahir don't know what to do. Tahir like, man, what the fuck?
Hey, bro,
We went from ghost to long titties.
I just be chilling.
Hey, build you a studio to here, man. That's dope.
Hey, if you build you a studio, your productivity for your music would change because it's like just being able to have it there. Because then you can just fuck around with shit. You can fuck around with shit, like I said, and like it may not be something that you want to put out, but you can fuck around with something, and then you'll find a different flow or a different pocket.
How do you you know how to edit video though, right? Do you be editing video?
Yeah,
no? It's very similar, bro. It's Pro Tools is the same thing, bro. Like I just started getting into to Final Cut and trying to edit video a little bit. It's a lot like Pro Tools.
Oh shit! All right, I'm looking forward to it. Then I'm definitely looking to it. I didn't know like how advanced I needed to be to actually do some of the stuff myself. That's why I was just gonna keep going with my homie and shit like that. So
just get baked. And man, I'm telling you, I did it back in the day. I knocked out my whole pantry and made a whole studio at the crib, but I would just do all my vocals and everything at the crib and then take them to a big studio and they mix it. And you know what I'm saying? They got the monitors where they can get all the vocals and master and all that. But yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
TP, you all right? Your
bro,
eyes
I was just about to say
all the way around in your head, bro. That nigga eyes did.
Actually, the joke's on y'all. Sometimes I do shit to make sure I'm really real, and y'all fell for it.
I was concerned for a minute. I was like, bro, see me good?
Bro, that nigga's like,
prove to me that I'm here.
TP seeing ghosts. TP is seeing ghosts right now.
I'm really here, and y'all fell for it.
Shit.
yo, this nigga crazy, bro.
I'm real.
I do shit to make sure I'm really real.
I'm real.
What the fuck is going on right now? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Just before you know where everything's going, you ever look at yourself and be like, nigga, I'm me like a motherfucker. You ever forget that you're recognizable as you? Like, you ever feel like you not yourself? You be in the airport, somebody be like, hey, you be like, come on, man, I don't even look nothing like me today, but you always look like you.
Bro, I didn't realize people would recognize me as much as they do even with the mask on.
Nigga,
I don't know if it's the hair or what, but like people recognize me with the mask on.
Take your glasses off. Take your glasses off, nigga. You just did it a couple minutes ago when you was mimicking me, and you look like a nigga who work at Domino's or something. I didn't even know who the fuck you was. I was like, yeah, nigga, that ain't you. How you doing? I'm glad the manager came. I asked for a pepperoni half with bell peppers and beef on the other side.
I'm the least famous nigga here, so I ain't got no issues with that at all yet.
I was
nigga, it's coming.
And I went to meet my boyfriend's ex and his kids, and I went to a football game. And I'm just getting like DMs, but I'm not paying attention to the DMs. When I left the game and checked my DMs, it was people like, oh my God, were you at a game in Texas today? And I was like, yeah. Oh my God, I knew that was you. I should have said something. I'm like, oh, you should have. Then I checked checked the next DM. Was you at a game in Texas today, like a kids football game? And I'm like, yes. Oh my God, I knew that was you. I should have said something. And then the dude was like, was you at a game? My wife said she saw you, but we wasn't sure, and we want to invade your privacy. And I was like, I look like a piece of shit today.
And that's tight. That's tight to be at that level, though.
How do y'all recognize me? Listen, and I didn't even recognize myself this morning when I woke up.
That's one thing that I had to take over. Not that I ever.
You want to hear the nigga reason? Because I know the nigga reason why.
But you ever saw somebody staring at you to hear, and you would feel away, but you have to remind yourself that you're a public figure. Like, you ever just be in the supermarket and somebody be staring at you? You be like, why the fuck you staring at me for?
Yeah, because I don't like that shit.
Be like,
I don't like that shit because it triggers my anxiety. Like, I'd rather somebody say something and be wrong rather than just stare. Because when niggas, like, especially right now when it's just the mask and niggas just looking at you like, I'm thinking they finna try to rob me. So I'm like, I'm red level orange with it. I'm right here with it. I'm with the same energy, but it's really people just trying to figure it out. But I'd rather just speak to me. I ain't never done nobody.
Say hi.
They be like, wait, excuse me, wait, Sinbad?
Hey, how you doing? You know, it's good to see you too.
And you did it too.
Oh shit.
Absolutely.
Smoking on over there, Charlie.
And ain't no baby Jeter.
Is it a Jeter? Is it a baby Jeter? Is it
Ain't
a
no
baby
Jeter, nigga. This baby struggle, nigga.
Baby Jeter?
Hey, I'm from Louisiana, nigga. We just have regular. Let me just get some weed, please. Let me get get some weed. We ain't have all those different layers and whatnot. I didn't know nothing about
I'm from Detroit
until I came out here.
Niggas got the bags in Detroit.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say. I'm from Milwaukee. We got whatever Detroit or Chicago got.
Hey, you get whatever that drug dealer give you in the Crown Vic, nigga. Whatever he pull up with in the Vic, that's what you get. You ain't got time to be asking that nigga, what is this? What's this called? Then they give you some bullshit ass name. Yeah, nigga, this
you buying weed from that nigga on Hustle and Flow, huh? My nigga Charlie, man. All I got is a little bit of loud, man. I don't know what kind it is, man, but
that's it. Nigga, you just have to take it and hope it didn't kill you, nigga. It's like, all right, hope I don't die from this shit. You can't get this nigga no bad review.
Productive as you are, CP. I wish I could be productive and smoke weed. That's why I don't do it, because it automatically makes me sleepy, bro.
See, nigga, I used to be froze back when I first started, like for real, like back in high school. No, well, high school I smoke every now and then. In college, I smoke, and I used to be stuck. I had to smoke through that.
Yeah.
Wait, no, nigga, hold up. Hold the fuck up. How do you smoke through your high?
You gotta smoke through that.
It's a phase, you know what I'm saying?
Productivity is on the other side, my brother.
On the other side, hey, if you listen to Currency, though, with a lot of his
bro.
raps, I think the Currency said, go back when I first started smoking years ago, he was like, everybody handles it a little different, but you got to figure out what works for you and manage your levels and manage your intake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know off top, before a comedy show, like, I'm good. I can have a little bit, but, you know, again, it's just about knowing your balance. Just like drinking, you know what I'm saying? You can't overdo it or go too hard or stay off the strain. Like, I know I can't do edibles. That's not my lane. I tried edible. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I had edible, I had a bad story, very bad story that we probably don't have time for now, nigga, but everybody got a bad edible story.
I agree. But see, for me, I can get high before a show, because what I've come to understand is that my show is like an experience of me. So like, I never get up there and say the same. I've never said the same thing 2 times in a row for a show. I've used jokes over again, but never the same way. I like to go up there crazy and let it be crazy, because that's what it is. And then that's it. It's like, nigga, that's experience. Y'all came to see,
and you give each crowd an opportunity to have a different experience. Like even when you travel, you do different shows.
Exactly, they have it like
the same material, but it's in a different way. Versus the comedians, and this is why I didn't like some comedians rehearse their jokes like in the mirror, like hey, yeah, da 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 da. They're like, I don't do none of that shit because
I start roasting myself.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
Bubble that bitch. Bubble that bitch. Bubble that
bitch. Mirror dirty, nigga. Get your ugly ass up out of here.
Bubble booty eye having ass, bitch.
Wait, so
big lily pad eye having ass, nigga. Big eyewitness on the scene. We have an eyewitness right here on the scene who was there. Tell us what happened. Well, first of all, it was a whole bunch of molecules that came together and formed a person, right? But y'all didn't see that, but I saw that. Then it was atoms, nigga.
CP, you said you smoked
really
before all your shows?
That.
You say you smoke before all your shows?
No, I don't, I smoke. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, before the show, it's just time to smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do whenever.
Do you ever smoke when you creating? So you know how like rappers, like, you know what I'm saying, in that field, like niggas be in the studio smoking, but it builds creativity. Do you smoke while you create or not at all?
Well, I'm a writer. Like that's what I do. Like that's what pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? Is that I write. And the way my process for writing is to be relaxed and to be happy and whatever it takes for me to get to there. Then some days I wake up and I'm feeling great and I'm happy already, probably because I'm still high from last night. And then, you know what I'm saying? I can just create out of that. I don't need to. I don't use weed in excess. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can pay attention to my mood. Sometimes I don't need it. Sometimes I got a high from the vegetables I ate that day. I got a nice little, you know what I'm saying, boost of dopamine from, a great show. I don't need, the weed necessarily. But when I do, I don't deprive myself of it because I don't want to be around that nigga who ain't got no weed and can't get no weed. Like, man, fuck this.
Hey, we was in San Jose. My podcast guy, he smokes. He's probably like you, like he smokes all the damn time. And I swear, when we touched down, it's like that first like few hours, he was so upset because he couldn't smoke yet. And I'm just like, bro, like we gonna get there. And when he smoked, like things went smooth. But it was just like, I was like, fam, like you really need to smoke to like get to that level. Cause like with me,
you know what? Did he smoke blunts or joints? Or backwoods or shit like that?
Well,
we went to the dispensary and he got some pre-rolls.
See, when you smoke joints, you're okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that little bit of tobacco that be in them blunts that tip the scale for you. Like, nigga, where the fuck the weed at? Where's the weed? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, when you smoke joints, you have more weed anyway because you smoking less of it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Joints just cooler, boy. Joints is like the wave for real.
Listen, if I did smoke, it would be joints. Mainly because of currency, also because I feel like it looks cooler. Like, I don't know, like I feel like the joint looks classier than a blunt. Like the blunt be long and it just got a whole lot of spit on it.
That
I would
brown
do
saliva, nigga. Hey, but it's like
I would do cones.
It's like an aphrodisiac. It's like a therapy and like your whole rolling process.
You want to go get some cones? I said I do cones. I'll go to the place by my house and I'll buy. I think it's like 4 or 5 pre-rolls for $10.
Yeah, them little cones.
Oh yeah, that ain't the good shit, but it's cool. It's just nice.
It's a good starting point.
No, I'm just saying. Listen.
I don't want the shit that you got. I can't handle it. I like
you can't handle it. You would have so much fun. You be like, doing shit.
Nigga, you just checked to see if you were here. I do not want to be. I do not want to be sitting here trying to figure out if I'm here.
I was here though. I'm good. In my universe, I needed to do that. In my particular universe, I needed to do that. And all systems were checked. You're in your universe doing what you need to do.
I think
don't even know what to say.
I think more than anything,
like
life.
That's a dope. Hey, you know what? I think that's a dope way of thinking, though. You know what I'm saying? Like to be at that point in life, that means you're really comfortable with yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I respect it. Like I've always respected you as a, you know what I'm saying, as a comedian, but like to see the way your mind works, like that's dope, bro. Like you feel me? Because I would have been like, when I brought the titty up out of nowhere, I'd be like, damn, nigga, why the fuck I bring a titty up? But you don't give a damn about when you.
But do you remember though? That used to be like, they don't even do that in porn no more. Don't nobody want to see you lick your own titty no more. That's not a thing. But it was a thing. Then it went away. Butterfly.
But that's life though. A lot of things are something and then it goes away.
That's the Mandela effect.
Hold on, wait, Charlie, what were you gonna say at first?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that another strong point is like now I feel like our generation and now people are starting to realize that we can't cast judgment on anybody for how they get throughout life and how they manage their time and how they find their peace and how they find their momentum and just their creative mindset and how they're able to build and sustain life as long as it's like, in a way that's conducive to you and the way you're going and it works for you. Then it's like, hey man, everybody's in a place where you can just like let people do their thing and not, because I know when I was growing up, I grew up in the church. I used to sing in the choir. Like there was a lot of judgment and a lot of, all of that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like now I've become comfortable in my skin as far as where I am and what I do. And I don't need that validation and that approval from people like we did when we were kids. So now as you get older, you kind of have that, that awakening.
Hey, that's deep. Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all parents feel about y'all smoking weed? My bad, T.
I do.
Hey, nigga, real quick, because I gotta tell you about this shit. So I was this good kid growing up, like, in the church. I was in student counseling shit, never no trouble, But anyway, so now, like, my mom, she's from Compton, she's from LA. So when she found it out, so she didn't even acknowledge it. Like I would go to Dallas and I'd do a show or something, I'd visit, hey mom, what's up? And I used to still kind of find myself trying to sneak out the back door on the patio, outside while she was asleep. And I kind of couldn't, I was like, man, I don't even know how mom was gonna react. Like, do I tell her? Do I just let her find out? So I did what any real nigga would do. Nigga. I just let her find out. Nigga. I just wasn't fit to tell her what was going on. But and it's just become like a thing where it's kind of like, hey, I know, gotta do what you gotta do. She understands. So it's cool. Now my dad was the country nigga from Louisiana. Like he used to smoke back in the day, he used to sell back in the day. So when he found out, y'all know I wasn't that nigga that was working on cars. I ain't know how to find the right screwdriver. You know that shit about me now, okay? I'm in sales, nigga.
This nigga sound like a lawyer. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That was me, nigga.
He crossing all the T's like it ain't me.
Nigga, I write with my pen. Nigga, I use my hands to write deals, nigga. Deals, nigga, deals, nigga. That's what I do. I type, nigga, like Martin did in life, nigga. Yeah. I need my fingers. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
what kind of car you sell?
I sell Range Rovers, nigga.
Nigga, I'm coming to get one. I'm gonna depend on this nigga. Come on, man. Go ahead.
So anyway, so my dad, when he found out, I think I went back to Texas, to Louisiana to do a show, which that was a good experience, by the way. Shout out to Louisiana, man. So anyway, my pops, I come back to town and I'm just like, hey, dad, you know what I'm saying? I light up, man. And it felt like it was that moment when he just showed up at my football game. Nigga was proud and shit. He was like, oh, shit. That nigga stood up. He was like, all right, son. So then we just kind of kicked back. And he don't need it but one time. You know, my pop's 63. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to hit it but one time. But he hit that one time, he chill and he just kind of talk up, man. And I get my sense of humor from that nigga, man. So now every time I talk to him, he talking about, yeah, man. And then, you know, old niggas got a different name for smoking than we call it. You know what I'm saying? Old niggas, he hit me with that old shit. He be like, yeah, man, now, you know, I went and got Blaze. I was like, Blaze? Okay. Okay, Pop. Me too, nigga, me too.
Hey,
so now we kind of had that
communication. Hey, my mama call everything dope. Everything
dope. Don't sound negative, don't it? Don't it sound negative?
Like my head dope, it's weak. But
smoking that dope, ain't you, boy?
I remember when I caught my son high. And
shit. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
I mean, he about to be 20 in January. But he came home and he just standing in the kitchen. He ain't touching shit. He ain't got the fridge open to here. He ain't got no food in there. He just in the kitchen like this. So I said, I mind you, I'm sitting in the living room. So the way you come in my house, you come in the back door. You pass the bathroom, the stairs are on the left. The living room is right in front of you. Dining room and the kitchen right there. So he don't see me in the living room, but I'm watching him in the kitchen standing there for like 2 minutes like this. I said, yo. He turned around, he go, yo.
Oh, that's that high yo.
I said,
that's that high yo.
Hey, how you said?
Yeah, I'm good. Like I'm good. Like I'm straight. I said, okay, you sure you good? I'm straight. Okay. You want something from the kitchen or something? I do, but I can't think of what.
He was like,
I said, are you high? Like soon as he said,
right.
But I can't think of what. I said, are you high? He goes,
you got me.
Look at you. Yeah, that's it.
You got me.
And and then I turned into mom. I'm like, are you high? I turned into like a full mom. Are you smoke weed?
I bet you he said.
And he was
what?
like, Ma.
What?
It's me. I'm like,
pour some high.
That's the accept me as I am.
But look, this is what he did. He said, I said, do you smoke weed? He said, I'm going to my room. And he went upstairs to his room. I'm still on the couch. He never went up the stairs. He went up like 3 stairs. Didn't realize I didn't go in my room. Came back downstairs in the kitchen like this.
And he was high. That nigga
made 4 quesadillas.
Nigga had some of that black Jeter. What's that shit again? Baby Jeter?
Baby Jeter.
4 quesadillas. And Kool-Aid in a cup.
Hold on, 4 quesadillas?
4 quesadillas. Then you ever seen somebody make Kool-Aid in the cup? They pour a little bit of the packet in the cup, pour a little bit of sugar in the cup, pour water, put ice, stir it up, take the cup, take the plate, walk up to his room. He turn around, I'm like this. He's like, you still there? Why are you still there? I say, you are high. You smoke weed now? Mom, I'm just hungry and I want to eat my food and we could just talk in the morning. I said, we will talk in the morning.
Something grown?
Walked up the stairs, hit everything on the stairs on the way up. Went in his room. I went in there like an hour later. He didn't even eat the food. He knocked out. All the Kool-Aid knocked out.
The good old days, man. That's back when you were young and hit. You see, I was 15. My mama called me. I was 15, smoking weed.
I didn't smoke weed till I was in my 20s.
My mom was like, she was like, all right, look, my grades were immaculate. I set records in Detroit for academic games. Like I was that kid. Like I was dope. So she was like, man, I didn't get in trouble a lot. You know what I'm saying? We lived in the ghetto, but you know, we was clean. We didn't know we was in the ghetto until we got older and got out. I was like, oh shit, that was the ghetto. We was dangerous.
I was talking about me all this time.
We could have been killed. Them niggas was rapping about us. They was so anyway.
Right. These streets.
So my mom was like, look, she was like, all right, so you smoke weed now. Okay. You could smoke weed in the basement and nobody could be here to smoke weed with you. I can't be responsible for nobody else's child. You got to be by yourself. But and if you tell anybody, I deny it. But if you want to smoke weed, you smoke weed in our house, in our basement. So I know
your mama was cool as hell.
Right.
Nigga,
my mama was an usher, nigga, on the usher board at church, nigga.
See, me and my parents grew up together though. You know what I'm saying? My mom had me when she got pregnant when she was 19, had me when she was 20. That's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they was like teenagers to me. And then, you know, I watched them go through all of their shit. So they fuck with me. And
That's
you know what I'm
what's up,
saying? You know, I turned out cool. I smoked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot.
I mean, you did say you had stellar grades and all types.
Yeah, my grades was dope.
So it wasn't affecting him. So that's why.
This nigga, look, you know, like my dad was a pimp. So you talking about like a lot of shit that niggas couldn't do, I could do. Drinking wasn't shit, smoking wasn't shit, staying up late, niggas, you know, little hormones, teenagers trying to like, it wasn't like that at my crib. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that the shit that niggas couldn't focus on, I could focus. You know what I'm saying? Then all I want to do was make niggas laugh. I just want to be a class clown. That was it. I wasn't trying to be extra. I just wanted to be the class clown. Everything else, you know, I knew I wasn't no gangster because I knew real gangsters. So it's like, nigga, I came front where I'm from. I got to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm the funny nigga. You know what I'm saying? So then I just had a chance to just be me. That's why when I'm raising my kids now, we got a lot of shit to lose. So I'd be like, man, I feel like more of a parenty parent than my parents was. And I'm like, man, my parents come over and my kids be like, hell yeah, we can do what we want. We wildin'. I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because now I got, you know, yeah, because now we done made something. We got assets. We got shit to pass down. They need to act a certain way. They need to, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm raising them kind of, it's fucked up. I wasn't getting in trouble as much as they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had way cooler parents than I am.
Yeah, because my pops was a military pops. So it was like, my pops, I wasn't allowed, like, if it was up to him, I wouldn't be allowed to do shit. My mom's was the cool one. And the way I found out that my mom smoked, it was like probably like the past 2 years where states start getting legalized. And like my mom, like, you know how like somebody crack a joke, but then like you can tell that they serious. My mom kept on cracking this joke, like, oh man, when they make it legal in Milwaukee, I'm about to be blazing, I'm about to be doing this. And she said it like a little bit too many times.
Warning you, nigga.
Right. She said it a little bit too many times. And I'm like, you smoke? And so like that's how we kind of figured out. Man, she said it because like you know how when somebody beat a joke down, like she said it once and it was like, aha, mom's, you know, joking around. But like she would say like every time we would get together, like, oh yeah, you know, as soon as they legalize it in Milwaukee, you already know. I'm just like, hey, I think moms be out here smoking. And then like I got, you know, everybody got that like that aunt or that uncle who like really smoked, like, you know what I'm saying? So I got an aunt, like she smoked with the kids, like she the cool aunt. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I remember vividly one day, like we used to have this garage. It was like off center from the crib. And I just remember one time, like I'm like, it's like a get together. And I'm just like, where the fuck all the grown-ups at? You know what I'm saying? No, where none of the grown-ups at. Now my pops, he in the crib because again, military guy, straight edge. So then I'm like, but like all my aunts is like gone. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna, you know, we used to kick it in the alley. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the alley and see what's popping. And as I walk past the alley, I'm like, you smell the aroma. We had like a little window. I look in the window, nigga, all my aunts in there blowing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, that's where I kind of like, you start realizing, like, you start putting things together. Because as a kid at that moment, I didn't really think too much of it. But then hearing my mom crack this joke over and over, and then thinking back in the past, I'm like, oh, moms used to smoke like a motherfucker. And so like, it's just like, that was kind of like our realization when we and her had that conversation about her can't wait until they get legalized in Milwaukee to smoke, and then me just letting her know, like, yeah, well, you know, I do the shit too. And like, that was how, like, so with my parents, it just, like I said, I don't think my pops know, but my moms know for sure. But my pops, he's just more so like I said, he just keep everything straight edge. It's like, he really, like, I literally, like, only thing I can do is like, I drink whiskey with him or some shit like that. But other than that, that's it.
My mom, she's not touching that dope.
My dad used to smoke weed. He used to call them reefer and joints.
Yeah.
And my mom used to eat it.
For
My-
real?
Used to eat it. Damn.
She used to just like my dad would give her weed and she would just eat it.
Yeah, my parents was hot and cold. They totally different. Like when I be with my mom don't play none of that. None of that. She ain't going for no smoking.
Right.
Everything is an ass whooping. You get your ass beat.
Everything is ass whooping.
Right.
Everything.
Raw smoking, nigga, y'all will beat you. My dad was just kind of like, you know, you go to the summers with your pops. It was a totally different lifestyle. Like you was like a grown adult. Like you know what I'm saying.
It was a way different experience, like crazy. Like
Yeah.
I grew up.
I ain't gonna buy it for you. I ain't gonna get it for you. But if you do it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
it was
Nah, nigga, my mom, it was kind of like Boys in the Hood for me. Like my mom, she grew us up. We was like in a suburban area. It was like the first black people in the whole neighborhood. So I was proper and shit. And then my parents split up and my dad moved to the hood. And I'm still in a suburban town. My best friend's name was Dylan. How many niggas you know named Dylan? Anyway, that was my best friend growing up, right? So anyway, my dad moves to the hood. He got on like a mobile home. He got on some land and shit. He happy. He's like, yeah, I got peace. I got peace. Ain't nothing like an old nigga that done been through some relationship shit. Them niggas love nigga, I got peace of mind is what I got. Let me tell you something, player. A woman, let me tell you about a woman. You be like, oh, nigga, I'm trying to make my shit work, dad. But they split up, and nigga, my dad, he was just, you know, in the hood, and I had my mom's over there, and nigga, it was different, totally different experiences. So.
Hey, I don't know if y'all caught the beginning of the conversation. We was talking about like relationships, right? It's touching my girl. So I was telling my step pops, like, man, I'm thinking about proposing, right? And so my dad was like, my step pop was like, wow, you all right? Nigga, I was like, yeah. It was like, do you feel pressure? I'm like,
right. You sure, nigga?
Are you sure that's what you want to do? So like, I'm in the middle of this conversations, like,
hey,
so
old niggas get stressed when you tell them you want to get married, nigga.
Hey, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, man, it's just my peace of mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, because the next time I do it, I'm going to do me. I'm going to just do my yeah. I'm like, all right.
Man, that's some old bitter niggas. Something else.
Oh, bitter as hell. Huh? I'm going to buy me a truck. It's going to be mine. I want to drive that motherfucker. I'm going to drive it.
Niggas be sounding like free slaves, dog. You be like, dog, look, bro.
Yeah. Ain't nobody.
Yo, what's one thing y'all look into most when the world opens up?
Comedy clubs.
Yeah,
I'm ready to get back on the road, man. I feel like people are actually come see me now. Because motherfuckers was not coming to see me when I was on the road. Ticket sales was embarrassing. When I come to your city, please come see me. Like, goddamn. All right, that's it.
I think what I look for the most, not only the comedy club, but the green room, like just the camaraderie.
Facts.
Just us being in the green room talking shit. Just
who got the coldest green room in LA? I put it out there.
I like the Union, Comedy Union. I like the Union, to be honest with you. I love it.
I like the Comedy Store too, nigga. The belly room upstairs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'd be dope. It'd be super dope. But I mean them.
But the
like,
Union's fire.
Yeah, it'd be me, Tahir, Sneed, Tacarra come through there. It was dope. Just I missed every weekend. It'd be the same.
That shit was lit, bro. The green room was where some of the funniest jokes were told, though. People will never know. Like, I don't know how to make that a show, but like the green room is where niggas like try out jokes. Niggas is telling stories of how they got fucked up the night before. Crazy stories of
niggas is arguing.
Last weekend on the road, arguing. Niggas confronting other niggas about not paying them for a show they booked them on. All of that shit. The green room. Yo, that shit right there.
That's what goes down, nigga.
Bro, they never know how crazy it gets in the green room, nigga.
What about that food at the Union or them what was it? Them
wings, nigga. The wings,
the catfish, the nuggets, the mac and cheese.
Yeah, boy.
Wednesday night used to be the lick. Niggas come up there, you get a $5 plate. Mac and cheese, catfish nuggets, nigga. That shit was crazy.
Hey, I'm not trying to start no shit, and it definitely ain't there. Just to preface, the Union is one of the premier Black comedy clubs. The food is amazing. It's clean, but they were doing construction next door. They built this apartment building next door.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
We already know.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Hey, it's burning him not to say it. He's like,
hey, what you say? Leave it alone, nigga.
He's like, I want to say it.
Leave it alone.
I love Tahir as a host because Tahir will see some shit going in the direction.
He'll make sure you straight. He make sure you won't lose no money. Make sure you ain't gonna lose no money.
You only got 7 black clubs, bro. 7 black clubs. We can't afford to have none of them look at it in a negative light.
All right. Hey, Tahir, you are amazing because I'd have had smoke on my face. Why did you knew that shit was coming?
And shout out to the J Spot too, man. The J Spot, I even used to have a good time. I ain't been up there in a long time, but.
Hey, being the only non-comedian here, so like with our podcast, we do live podcasts at a lot of like comic book conventions, anime conventions, and shit like that. So like when the world open up, I'm looking forward to that because like we had so much shit that we had lined up for 2020, but then all those group, because the conventions are a heavy group, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of people, so all that shut down. So like when the world open up, my goal, and hopefully, like I said, we can get back to those conventions. We can do the live podcast from there, reach out to the people, to our listeners, and like just really, just politic with our people, because like that's our big draw. Like I said, that's how we go city to city. We go to these conventions, we get booked there, we do live podcasts, we on the floor, we talking with the people. So like that's what I'm looking forward to when the world open up.
Nice.
Put these
started off so strong.
Back in fucking school. I don't really got
What you say? Hold on. What you say?
These kids back in school.
The kids back in there.
But the thing is that my older kids are okay. It's my little one. She's 6 and she's.
Hey, Chris, give your ass the blues, dog.
She just miss friends. Like she just miss, because when you got older kids, they in their world, they cool, they got their shit together. But when you got a little one and she the baby in the house, she miss her fucking friends, man. She miss going to the park. She miss birthdays with cupcakes. She miss recess. You know what she said today? She goes, "Can you email my teacher and please tell her that we don't get recess?" And I was like, but you at home, but she still has to give us some time to run around. And I was like, well, you do exercise with the class.
She right
I don't want to do exercise with the whole class.
She is right.
And I'm like, this child is pissed the fuck off because she don't have recess, and I'm getting on her nerves. She getting on my nerves. She be doing school. I be want to have a conversation, but I can't go. I put her in school downstairs. I set her up downstairs. She be running upstairs. I'd be like, "Is school over?" Yeah. I forgot about that. Then I'm like, "Get your ass in the goddamn classroom."
Hey, listen, I'm so proud of my daughter, man. She brought her grades up. She had a 17% in math. Don't ask me how. She didn't like the teacher, so she was like, "Fuck that. I ain't gonna do nothing work." And I'm like,
dealing with ghosts at the crib. You got to get her a break.
She's dealing with a whole lot.
She's dealing with ghosts at the crib.
With math.
That ghost ain't fucking with her though. That ghost ain't. The ghost only. We've only seen the experience the ghost at nighttime. School hours are from 8 to 4. She's good between that.
That's because the ghost didn't really have on striped pants. He was like, now you got the whole world thinking I had on striped pants. It was not striped pants, yo. Who the fuck wears striped pants?
It was like
they were Steve Harvey pants.
I want to say that.
First of all,
she got all B's and C's right now. So
congratulations, man.
Very, very proud of her.
Yay!
Hey, I'm glad. Hey, this virtual shit is allowing me to see like my daughter's smart. Like she is really tech savvy. She's learning shit. I'm just like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker job in about 5 years. Let me open up a new tab, Dad. This motherfucker is moving and grooving on this bitch. I'm like, I'm finna get your resume. You finna be an 8-year-old with a motherfucking offer letter in this motherfucker for real.
Chrissy get mad when she don't get picked, and the teacher be like, "I'm gonna pick somebody to answer this," and she'll be like. And if she don't answer her, she goes every time. And I'm like, she never picks me. Like she doesn't even see me or something. So sometimes I gotta email her and be like, "Hey, is it okay if you just pick Chris at once because I don't want to participate?"
Last question before we get out of here.
She goes, "Chrisette, you want to answer?" She looks at me and goes.
She's like, it's time.
Last question before we get out of here. Before we do the wrap up. Pfizer is saying that they are weeks away from releasing a vaccine. Are y'all fucking with that vaccine?
No.
Not at
They
all.
need to wait till Biden in office. then let him say what it is. I don't want to hear shit.
I'm gonna let that first wave go and see how they react to it.
Somebody got to shoot the zombies.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And I've been playing Call of Duty for months, nigga. I'm ready.
All my life, I've been playing Last of Us too. I'm like, I got the tools. I put some shit together. I'm ready, man.
Like 20 kills, nigga.
Let's go.
Hey, dog.
Fuck with me.
Hey, Tahir.
Yo,
Let me ask you a question.
what's good?
We all on here breaking generational curses, right?
Mm.
But especially financial generational curses. You know, we making more money than our parents made because we standing on their shoulders, right?
Not me. Continue to send those cash apps. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, me either. I'm still working, but I get what you're saying. I'm with you.
Greatly accepted. Everybody just send it.
Hit the cash app for sure. Cause see,
I'm
the
with
cash
you.
is right now.
I get what you're saying.
Please send that. Please
I'm with
don't
what
stop
you're
that.
talking. Let's keep on talking.
Do our kids have the same pressure to excel in school as we did? Like, nigga, I was thinking about getting my mom out the ghetto and going to college and being something. It's like, I don't know how to enforce all the way super giving a fuck about this bullshit ass curriculum that's in school when I feel like, man, look, like we're you know, we
looking like
I think what I try to do for my daughter is because I'm not in the same financial situation my mom was in. Even though my mom wasn't like struggling, my mom was a teacher, so she always made decent money. Wasn't great because they never paid.
Yeah, no, same
great.
Here. But
it was decent, right? It was straight. I think with my daughter, she doesn't like. I was raised in the hood. She doesn't understand that. We went outside and played. We saw the surroundings I saw vacant buildings. I saw cars on fire. I saw kids jumping on old mattresses. She's never ever seen any of that. Like, we went outside. She doesn't go outside. Like, it's a completely different lifestyle that she lives with. But what I try to instill with her is why I am the way I am and what I went through and why she should feel blessed and why she should want to do well so she can make sure her kids experience just as much as she is experiencing, if not more. So, but I also remind her every day, what my mom told me, I'm Black. It doesn't matter how good I am, how talented, how smart, I have to work twice as hard as my counterparts. I have to be twice as good, and I have to make sure I got my shit together at all times. And that's what I remind her.
I got a question.
Hold on, Deuce. I went to Michigan State, right? And at Michigan State, you know, that's probably where some of the richest people in the city, I mean, in Michigan, their kids come to Michigan State, or they go to U of M. Like, really, if like Eminem daughter went to U of M, like, motherfuckers, I mean, to Michigan State. Like, state is like where you send your kid to have fun, get a good degree, but like relax. U of M is like homework every day, dandruff in the eyebrows if they want to be on, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Dandruff in the eyebrow.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a different swag, right? You know, I'm a go green, that other school is blue. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this though. I was there with people who didn't give a fuck about class projects because they were taking over their parents' company. And all they needed was the paperwork and the degree, and you know what I'm saying? And so they're a C student trying to hire their classmates who getting A's and B's because it's a different pressure. And so I'm looking at it like, man, like my kids getting their report cards this Friday. And then a part of me was just like, it better be good, because if not, Christmas, and I had to think about it like, I don't give a fuck. Christmas is about a celebration of what we could, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, dog, it's just not the same pressure. I don't really, that
but
doesn't.
That's the whole point though too. Like, we want our kids in every generation to have it a little bit easier. So as much as we got to remind ourselves that we want them to have ambition and to have that drive that we had, like, man, like, we're leveling up. Like, my parents leveled up from with that childhood that they had, and we leveling up our kids from the childhood that we had. So that when she becomes older, she's able to level up, and now she's got an even player house and even player in it. So the bar continues to raise. But I think the kids, like Tahir said, is to remind them that you blessed. You know, take them back to where your hood was. I took my daughter to the country in Louisiana. This motherfucker acted like I had took her to like Zombie Land or something. She was like, what's this noise coming from the trees? What's those bugs? I was like, man, you soft, capital T. Bitch, chill out.
That was going to be
But
my
I think
question.
oh, okay.
Oh, no, you go ahead. Go ahead. Ladies
I
first.
want to say, because I do have a almost 20-year-old, it is a difference because my son looks at me and I have 2 degrees and I do stand up for a living. And he feels like, you did all that schooling, you went through all that work. And one of them I just got when I started teaching at the jails Tahir. And he just feels like, you, for what? You know, when I talk to him about college, he's like, for what? Why? Yeah. Because you are successful, you know, without it. And I did run that. Well, were you a Black man in America? And he was like, he said, but I'm also a Black man in America. Yeah. As if to say, I'm saying it like it's a weakness, and he's saying it like it's a superpower.
It is.
So,
well, see, that was at that moment he went to his closet and turned that bitch into his studio. Like Dylon.
I think that back then our parents wanted to instill in us how important it was to go to college because it was something that they couldn't do. It was something that was not allowed in their time. Right. But now with the freedom that we have, not necessarily what we want, but what we have, and we are allowed to go to college, there are so many of us who are successful and have proven to be successful without it because the curriculum was never built for us anyway.
Right.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
when you have this new, I don't know if it's Gen X or Gen Z kids who are growing up and we are their parents.
Yeah.
And Tahir has a degree and CP has a degree and whoever has a degree, but we are doing stand-up comedy, and Tahir and CP and everybody in this room is living off of themselves and their ideas and who they are naturally. It's hard for us to tell our kids to go to college when we are happy doing what we do now without the need for the degree.
I hear that, but real quick, CP, before you go, think about how much better Tahir and CP are as businessmen, as entrepreneurs, as they're working their way through this industry and sending emails and you know, correlating with other people. So even though college isn't necessary, it still can give you a lot.
And you can do that in a trade.
That's facts.
Learn that at the dinner table when you have a father who's in the business and he's talking on the phone and you hearing them deals go through. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm talking to my lawyer and my daughter's is hearing business being played. What I want to say is my bad, T, but what I want to say is this though. It's like, I don't want my kids to be soft. I just want the mental capacity that I spent being worried about what me and my mom were going to do if I didn't man up and get money and get us out the hood. If they don't have that, it's like, yo, what would you do if I told you that I got enough money, I don't need you to do shit for me, but be happy. All I want to see is you reach your potential as a person. All I want to see is you blossom. Like, that's what I broke my back for.
Yeah. Right.
For you to have the potential to be whatever you want to be. So for you to stress and be worried and be in a fucking whatever because you got to make ends meet, then that's fucking me up.
Yeah. So I got a question.
Wait. Terrence wants to go real quick, and then we got to start wrapping it up. Because I think one thing that's really important, because I never went to college, you know what I'm saying? And I got friends that did go to college, but it opened them up to so much more. Like, even if you're around people, like you said, where their parents did own companies or they're already there, you were able to see that, like, that is out there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's so important too. Like, what I'm really to push my kids in doing is like necessarily like, yeah, you can make it without going to college, but I do want you to see the possibilities that are out there though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a Fortune 500 company owner, or I don't have a lot of employees under me. You know what I'm saying? But I love for you to get out, go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the ability to go away to college. It ain't gotta be a big school, but just go away, fend for yourself, see what it's like to make it on a limited budget. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I do want them to experience that type of lifestyle because I feel like that's important in the growth. Like,
and T, what generation is going to be that stop telling our kids bullshit that they told us? Like, what generation is it going to take for us to be like, hey, you know what? Wait a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be in this mold of anything. Like, you can go change the world. Like, this ain't the end all be all. If you're not good at motherfucking book reports, you're not worthless. Fuck a F. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck are these?
But I think that's
my kid an F.
But I think
I'm saying my kid get an F, but I'm just saying though.
I think that's our job, not only as parents, but to let them know. Because when I was a kid, you really couldn't fight the system, nigga. Like what your teacher said went. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we are in a generation where, you know, it's like I remember like a teacher telling me some shit like I wasn't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like if I don't pay attention in your class, like I'm not gonna be shit. And like I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like you have the opportunity now to your kids can challenge that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and which is a dope thing. You know what I mean? Like I can do the book report. It ain't about doing a book report. Like, because to me, it's not necessarily the knowledge of doing the book report. It's the ability to do a task and get a task done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have shit to do with the information that's going through the book report. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this and then we can start closing out. On the closeout, let's go Tacarra, Deuce, Charlie, Terrence, and the CP. You guys watch the card because she'll show you how we close it out. Everybody hit up your Cash App. Deuce, you already know, you watch the show. We don't say that, man. We just thank the people. If you want to thank the people, you say thank you to everybody. Hit up the Cash App and you can let them know what's going on. Again, all your information is already in the description. So you can tell them where to find you, but they'll always also have it down there. I'm going to say this about college real quick. Like my daughter doesn't have to go to college. I'm going to encourage her to, because even though high school, I feel like I learned a lot. I learned life skills in college. I made lifetime friends in college. I learned how to become a gentleman, how to become a businessman, how to become a good networker in college. I met my wife in college. I met so many dope people, and it wasn't till college that I started traveling and going to other people's colleges and learning how to open up my mindset to people in Atlanta and people in Chicago and people in New York and how everybody's different. And that kind of put the travel bug, like even in my spirit, to go out of the country. So I'm going to encourage her to go to college, and not just for the education, but for the life experiences that she can gain from it. And also I'm going to encourage her to go to HBCU so she can not only get those life experiences, but she can get it from people that look like her and gain that a plethora of wealth of knowledge in 4 years that she would possibly have to go 10 years to really figure out on her own. So that's why I'm going to encourage her to go to school, not so much about that. And shut up, Sheriff Jay. Talk about cut to hear all. Shut up, nigga. I wish the fuck he would, nigga. Always a nigga in the comments talking shit. Nah, I
need a meme out of that. I need you to make a meme out of that.
Right, that needs to be at least a gift or something, right?
Hey, shout out to the comments though.
Go ahead, Tacarra. Let's close this out.
I want to give a shout out to everybody who sent me something on Cash App. I appreciate you. I really don't care too much for going through the names unless you want me to go through the names, but you know who you are. Every single time I'm on here, you always bless me. Shout out to everybody who just sent me $1, because I mean, send everybody $1. Like if everybody sent everybody $1, we'd be blessed right now. Shout out to Tahir for this. Shout out to CP, Terrance, YoungDeuces, Charlie Wilson. I want to get on your podcast, YoungDeuces. I got a tour coming up. It's me, Cisco from Florida, and Tank the Singer. That's going to be starting in December. Tank the Singer, yes, I know he does do stand-up and he's actually really, really funny. So that tour is going to be starting soon. Don't forget to tune into my podcast every Monday, Life After Divorce podcast, 6 p.m. Pacific. Go watch the latest episode. I got a chance to fly to Texas and meet my dude's ex and his kids. And it was one of those uncomfortable, but comfortable, but different types of experiences that I never got. She's amazing. She's awesome. The kids are super dope. So go watch and listen to that experience. And thank you. And you okay, CP?
Oh yeah, it's good. I'm putting in this locker code on 2K. I'm preparing for my next venture. I'm listening.
Okay. I'm glad to know you know you.
Shout out to the real niggas, man.
So thank you, everybody. Shout out to Tahir for doing this every week. We appreciate it. We need it, and we needed you, and I'm glad.
Thanks.
So yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be reaching out to some of you niggas. I need some guest hosts, so I'm gonna be reaching out to some people. You guys gonna see some changes in the next couple of weeks, because I need some goddamn time off. I miss my goddamn evenings, motherfucker. So y'all gonna be seeing that shit soon. So I got a couple of people that you guys are gonna be seeing once I get everything together. YoungDeuces, what you got, Mike?
All right, so first off, I want to give a shout out to Ernestine, Jose, Jaquista, LeBaron, Brandon, Omar, and shout out to like the whole Moore mob, man, and all the people in the comments, man, because like it was really dope just to be here again. I appreciate it 100%. You know what I'm saying? Make sure like if you want to, check out some of the stuff that I've been doing. I got a podcast called the Geek Set Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. We drop a podcast episode every other Tuesday. And then I do my interviews one-on-one with Deuces. I drop that every Saturday. The most recent one I did with Jovian Wade. He plays Cyborg in Doom Patrol. This Saturday coming up, I'm going to be dropping my interview with Rome from Dormtainment. So make sure you check that out. Also, I do music. So you can follow me at young_deuces. I'm actually disappointed because the last rapper you had on there, you asked him for bars, so I was ready to give y'all bars, but
well, fucking thing, give us something then, Deuce, nigga.
I'll give y'all some bars because I want to make sure that people know that I got bars.
Let's go, nigga.
All right, I'm gonna give this the intro to my album, My Unapologetic Black Thoughts. This is what I want y'all to check out because it is content. It is not just ass, titties, and shit like that. I'm talking about that black struggle and everything like that. But I'm gonna give you the intro. It goes, bear witness, young greatness, so bear with me. This black excellence, understand that it's here with me. Son of a soldier, ain't a single ounce of fear in me. Standing triumphant, man, I know you hear him cheering me. Voice of the people, I came for the streets, I know the block. Shook it up so much, now it's bubbling like a soda pop. Mama's crying, babies dying, victim of them circumstances. We just chalk it up to the game. We never heard a chance. The system never made for us, so we always made for us. Grind, hustle, hustle, grind. Trying to get this paper up. Savage, ratchet, ghetto bastards, see just how they label us. They say respect the law, but bro, that shit was never made for us. Racially fucked up. Niggas can't even see the blessing. See, I'm confused. Y'all arguing over skin complexion. When there's a war going against us and we could have intercepted. We could have bound together shit. We could have been the weapon. Strapped up against oppression. Turn these L's into a lesson. Holding church in these streets, I'm preaching till they get the message. On the road of life, you see me coasting through the intersection. I teach you how to rise up if we interested. Let me speak. See, they don't understand the hurdles that we gotta beat. Been fighting for so long, homie, and it's kind of weak. Only choice is to hustle and move a pound a week. This is survival, my nigga. My family gotta eat. Giving out of poverty, listen, that is the new wave. Nothing out of something, my nigga. That's how we do things. Young boy spitting out fire like I was Luke Kane. No more real niggas. We turning ourselves to new kings. Yeah, all praise to my new queens, the one who quotes Solange and still listen to 2 Chainz. We got it out the mud, but really it ain't a new thing. A dollar still a dollar, even if it's only loose change. Hell yeah, I'm cooking now. James Harden whipping up, putting all my people on. I'm see the guy with the plug. No slander if I see you fall. I'm only trying to lift you up. I'm shooting to the top because that spot was always meant for us. They subtle with that bullshit. It's H&M with the diss. They brag before they hit the mark. It's Swaggy P with the miss. My niggas still cooking up. I'm Lil B with the wrist. I whip a couple jewels up. I'm Mr. T in this bitch. My body's marked up by the words of my niggas who lived a righteous life but was slain by them triggers. On the chase for them figures. Stunting on niggas passionate. Fighting like Colin Kaepernick. Never living that average shit. Money holds the infection with. So we pushing them packages. Playing a dirty game. My nigga, we living hazardous. Demon the devil. Jason or Freddy. Jada or Fabulous. A struggle when they falling. So niggas be quick to grab the stick. So scared to take the elbow. Niggas be quick to grab the stick. Like you ain't down 20, my nigga. You should have passed the shit. Couldn't fight the dub. My niggas grabbing the snub. You know the type when they losing. They quick to pull the plug. They sending out fake love. Disguising that shit is fam now. I'm standing up, my nigga. You better stand down. Lyrically, I'm cracking the 80s. I'm hitting niggas hard. I'm like a racist ass judge. I'm giving niggas bars.
Damn, son. Yo, Tacarra's son upstairs like, look.
Hey, listen, I thought that nigga was done like 3 times and he kept
Right.
going. I was like, this nigga got a point to prove.
They
I
got
bars, man.
1,000 bars.
Hey, like I'm serious with this music.
Intro, that's the whole song. That's the intro.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
You slick motherfucker. You gonna lie to us.
Just dropped the album on
That's
that.
the whole intro. The nigga gave us the whole album.
Real quick, 4 bars, something smooth, real quick.
Yeah, right.
All wet, real quick, nothing crazy, or real quick, 3 bar, nigga.
But
Nigga say next track. Next track. I'm on that bitch like next track. Now we in another world. Like, nigga, wait a minute.
So yeah, when you like check out the album, it's called My Unapologetic Black Thoughts. It's a mix between spoken word and hip hop, and like I talk about that. I talk about just like a lot of the black plight. I talk about the struggles of being a black man in America. I talk about all that stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Check that out. I'm YoungDeuces. My on all social medias, young_deuces. And again, man, I appreciate being here, man. I fucking like you. If you would have thought, oh, I won the championship when I saw that fucking text message from Tahir, I mean that DM, I was just like, yo, I called my boss. I'm like, hey, I ain't coming in today. I'm taking off.
The whole day.
I went and got a haircut. I'm like, fuck that. I was like, nigga, I'm here. I'm
like,
like,
up tomorrow, fucking with you to hear.
I'm like, I'm gonna zoom in with the homies, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
got a fresh write-up waiting for him tomorrow. Nigga,
man. Fresh write-up. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Deuce, man. Appreciate you, bro. Charlie, let's go with it, man.
Yo, man. So so I'm also like everybody else in America right now, hosting a podcast. So I had the pleasure of being on season 2 of this new comedy show called Laugh After Dark, which is currently streaming right now on Amazon Prime. I'm featured on season 2, episode 8. So check that out. Again, it's Laugh After Dark on Amazon Prime. And I've also just been announced the new host of season 3, which we were supposed to film right before the fucking pandemic shut down. We were supposed to film the new season literally end of March, man. So that's been postponed, but I'm super excited and humbled to be the new host of season 3. We got some incredible talent. But in the meantime, we started shooting a podcast, man. So it shot great. I sit down with comics. They tell me stupid, ridiculous, crazy ass stories from some of their experiences on tour and comedy clubs. So if you know Shane Forbes, super dope comic who's been doing this for years, Precious Hall. And then Thursday we shoot and I'm gonna be with Zainab Johnson, man. So I'm sitting down with the funniest comics across the country. And I definitely got to get all of y'all ass up on this bitch soon. So stay tuned for my DMs, but definitely check out the podcast. It's called Do Tell with Laugh After Dark. So Do Tell with Laugh After Dark. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. The link is in my bio. Follow me at Charliewilsontv. Thank you.
Yeah, there it is. TDelane, what's up, good brother?
What's up, brother? First, I want to thank everybody, Ernestine, Jose, LeBaron, Omar. Thank you for the donations that you made. It goes a long way. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Tahir, for having me. All you amazing comedians, man. It's dope. It gave me that feeling of being back in the green room. So a little bit of hope, you know what I mean? So it was dope to talk to y'all. Anybody that's following you, feel free to follow me on all social media. It's just my name, Terrence DeLane. And I just appreciate the love. Thank you.
Show, brother. CP, let's round it out, bro.
First of all, without the supporters, we are just 5 motherfuckers, 6 motherfuckers talking to ourselves. So gotta show love to everybody who keep this going, man. To hear the show is amazing, man. You have definitely put a bright spot in the quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Like in this pandemic and all of that, man. You definitely put a bright spot with a bunch of freckles on it. Isaiah Allen, I appreciate you. Francis, thank you. She said I need to give more parenting advice. I'm thinking about starting a podcast. I don't know what to call it, but I need something to do where I'm just by myself and I'm just talking. Maybe it's talk too much. I don't know what it is, but I want to do something.
I got something for you too, CP. We'll talk afterwards, but it's something new out called if you already know about Clubhouse. But it's one of those things you got to get invited to and shit.
I fucking love Clubhouse.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy. I'm still trying to understand it right now, but I think you might like that shit, bro. So I whenever I get a minute and still understand it, I'll share everything that I know about it with you.
All right. So yeah, Omar, LeBaron, you sent me Tahir money. It says for him to go out with Farron. You trying to chip in for a Farron date, so that's cool. But you sent it to me though. My nigga Gerard Brown, the bowl is tipped. My nigga Andrew, happy birthday, brother. It is Andrew's birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey, shout out to Andrew.
Kiera Sade, Josh Inglis, talking the stage, Sharice Allen, Amanda Brown went to Brown Smith, went to Osborne, shout out to her, Digitizer, 85 Cut, Simone Williams, Jose, and that's it, man. Yeah, that's it. But I want to thank everybody, man. You know, Comedian CP, my Patreon got some stuff on there. Got some stuff I'm trying to put up there right now. I'm trying to fix my hard drive, so bear with me. Twitch, Comedian CP. Yeah, man, just keep supporting, and that's it. I don't got nothing to plug. I don't think. Roast This every Monday. Roast This podcast that we do. every Monday. Myself, Craig, Billy, and Brandon Lewis. Check that out. It's on All Deaf.
Solid, man. Big shout out to Baron Omar, Andrew for the birthday. Shout out to Andrew for his birthday. Josh English taking the stage. Amanda Brown Smith and Digitizer. Digitizer just gave me one of the best compliments ever. That fam said I saved 2020. Hey, brother, that's a huge compliment. I don't think I did. All I tried to do was just fill a slot that I saw was open. But I appreciate that, everybody that shared his sentiments. Thank you so much for that. Also, Josh English and Jose Martinez, thank you so much for the donations. Big shout out to Rewatch Gang, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Whenever you watch it, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the Moore Mob as well as the MooreMods. Appreciate everything you guys do. The MooreMods are amazing. They would hit me up before the show. They was like, yo, Terrence say he can't get in. Can you resend him a link? Anything about dudes? Like my people are on it, bro. Like you guys have no idea how many people are behind the scenes. That's why I tried to show you guys everything that was going on with Karaoke. You guys have no idea like how many people behind the scenes and aren't seeing.
Oh, that shit look fun.
Tribute to how
I should have won Karaoke. I should have won.
Hey,
you definitely should have, bro.
CP definitely had a dope performance. And it really came down to a couple of things, but we'll talk about that. CP, you should have won before Pressure should have won. I say that for sure. But it came down to a couple of things with you and Tony Baker. But Keisha did what the fuck she was supposed to do. Listen, I'm just saying that. Also, new episode of More to the Story came out today. If you haven't watched that, please go watch that. We talk about everything on that show, Fran and I. Today we were talking about threesomes, and on the show I found out that she had more than one threesome, and I didn't know about that shit. So it's all good fun. It's not really a relationship show.
That
it's
ain't
just
fun. What the fuck?
Right. I'm like, hey, baby, cancel that idea. We ain't doing shit.
listen. You just gotta watch it. Like, you see the energy, you see the synergy, you see the fun that we have on there, and you will relate to it. If you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't a show that's telling you how to have the best marriage or have the best relationship. This is a show telling them like how we do it, and also the shit that we laugh at or talk about before we pass out and go to sleep. Like, this is real life. And shout out to the MooreMod, the people that actually subscribe to the Patreon, because they get to see the other show, I Hate It Here. That's a show exclusively for my Patreons. They get to see real life shit that go on, me just pressing record because I feel like some shit finna happen, and catching it on camera, and it's fucking dope as fuck. Tomorrow's a new episode of what is it? Shit, Word is Hard. It's the rematch between me and Tony Baker. So come on there and see Tony Baker get that goddamn work. But don't do that before you watch More to the Story, because we're really trying to build this up. I have these shows in place so I never have to work for another person again, but also so I can start hiring my friends and not just bringing people on to do my show for me. Now I'm at a point where I can start paying people. It ain't a lot, but $50 is better than nothing. So all the support, all the views, all that shit adds up. I can start paying people. I can start hiring new editors to do all the work so I don't have to do all of it, and I can have more time to create new shows. And I already got 2 new shows coming up for you guys, and you guys are gonna fucking love it. CP, I got your mind for one of these shows. Nigga, when I tell you this shit, you're gonna be like, I told it to Brennan and Tony today. They was like, nigga, can we start shooting in December? That's how dope this fucking idea is. So you guys are gonna love that shit too. Another episode of Zooming with the Homies tomorrow night, and then a special episode on Thursday night as well. Friday, I'm going to release the next episode of Life Lessons for the Unexpected. That's going to be every Friday, so I got you guys covered every day of the week, Monday through Friday. And then also on Sundays, we got another episode from Damn It and That You Scary of either Chit Chat and Cereal or Lunchtime Lottery or Death and Scandal. So I got you covered every day of the week. You don't have to worry about shit. I use Saturdays to catch up on the shit that you haven't seen, but make sure you support everybody that's on this podcast. Make sure you support everybody that got a podcast, everybody that's on the show. Go like their page, go support them. If you got a little something, bless them on CashApp, man. I appreciate you guys so fucking much. I can never, ever say it too much. You guys literally give me a reason to get up and go hard every fucking day. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to LeBaron and Popcorn World. And I'll also shout out to Rated Intimate. Appreciate the love and respect and the support. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on another fucking episode of Zooming with the